guys, I'm Danny Johnson, CEO at TPP, The Positive Porpoise.
I'm Jason Miller from Fins Up SoCal Fan Club.
I'm Scott Howell from Atlanta Dolphin Club.
Mark Angelo, NorCal Dolphin Club.
And you're listening to Clock Blockers, Miami fans' #1 morning show.
Run it, 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 run it.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D, and we are live on this beautiful Tuesday. Hey, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. How y'all doing? Clock Blockers, the #1 Miami fan morning show. I am your host. I am your boy, Stephen D. Super excited to be hanging out with y'all today. Good morning to each and every one of y'all. What's up? How y'all doing? Did y'all miss me? Had a long weekend. Got to hang out with the family. Got to do some really cool stuff and just be with family this week. And that's what I did. It was a lot of fun. Grateful and blessed that each one of you have showed up here on Tuesday to see the show. We got a great one lined up for you today. Before we get to going into that, want to do the rundown for you. So real quick, let me do that. I'm your host, Stephen D. You can follow me on social media at Stephen D. SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. Make sure y'all follow me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. You can follow Miami Sports Music on Facebook, Instagram, and obviously YouTube here at Miami Sports Music. You can also go follow them on social media at MIA Sports Music. Real quick, if you want to do something, there's a little share link right below in the description, right above the description. You see that share? Hit share. Tag Miami Sports Music and tag Stephen D. SKPL in your share, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. Let's get 10 of y'all right now to go share the link right now on Twitter. Okay? Go do it right now. Doesn't cost you a thing to do. It's free. Go do it. Come right back. Hey, also, hit the like button, share, subscribe. Make sure y'all do that right now. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. Just hit it. Just tap it. Tap that like button. Come on. Make sure you guys do it. Also, hey, join now. Sign up. Become a member today. There are plenty of seats waiting at the table for you. So make sure you sign up. Become a member today. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. I'm going to drop the link in that chat. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop the link in that chat. Make sure you guys do that because we got a lot of cool stuff that you guys can do. Make sure you guys go do that. Also, hey, look, if you guys want to help the channel grow by donating, there's lots of different ways you guys can go do that, okay? You can use the YouTube Live Super Chat, which is the $ down at the bottom of the chat. You guys can also use, excuse me, you guys can also use PayPal or Cash App. And let me tell you the two different ways you guys can do that. You guys can use Cash App, which is $MSM Podcast Network. You see the QR code right below. You guys can also use PayPal, which is MSM Podcast Network. If you guys, what's really cool about our channel is we do weekly giveaways. Big shout out to one of the sponsors of the show that helps us out with that, ZSM Sports. Zachary, who owns ZSM Sports, does an amazing job. I got a confirmation yesterday that he will be sending out 3 packages over the next 48 hours. I will have confirmation for you over the last 3 weeks' winners, which is great. So far, we've given away a Javon Holland autographed jersey. We've given away a Brandon Jones autographed 8x11. And we've also given away a autographed mini helmet of Jerome Baker, which is absolutely awesome and amazing. So really cool stuff there so far. Also, what are we giving away this week is the question people want to know. So what we are giving away this week is a really cool thing. We are giving away an 8x11 autographed Javon Holland photo. An 8x11 autographed Javon Holland photo that will be certified. So if you donate in increments of $10 this week, $10, okay, you will be entered to win a Javon Holland autographed 8x11 that'll be perfect for the man cave. How many Javon Holland fans are there out there? Are you a Javon Holland fan? Are you a Javon Holland fan? Come on, really cool Javon Holland autograph stuff. So this week for our ZSM weekly giveaway on Friday afternoon, we will be giving away a 8x11 autographed Javon Holland photo that I should have a photo for you hopefully by the end of today that I'll post on social media, and I'll have it ready for you tomorrow. But increments of $10. So 10 is 1 slot, 20 is 2, 30 is 3, 40 is 4, 50 is 5, so on and so forth. Remember, if you donate on Cash App or PayPal, I double your entries. Okay? Because there's not as many fees on Cash App and PayPal when you guys donate. So we try to get you to donate there. So if you're able to, just remember less fees, and you get double the entries. So make sure Cash App or PayPal. It's good stuff. Okay? All right. Now, want to give a big shout out to our title sponsor of the show, Tail Greeter. Tail Greeter is absolutely amazing. We got a lot of really cool stuff lined up for Tail Greeter. If you don't have the app, go download it on your current Apple or Android device today. A lot of good stuff. So make sure you guys go check out Tail Greeter and go follow them on social media at tailgreeter.com. Okay? A lot of cool stuff coming up here. Level 2 noob. I see you all though. He says Clock Blockers is live on Miami Sports Music with Stephen D. Go watch now or he'll lock me back in the shed. Please, I haven't seen the sun in 4 days. I see what you did, Level 2 noob. I like the tweet. He tagged the link. He shared the link and he tagged Miami Sports Music and Stephen D and used the hashtag. Y'all are learning. Over here. Big stuff. Hey, before I do anything else, I want to remind you all today is Take Tuesday, Miami Herald Take Tuesday. And why is that significant? Because we got a great show lined up for you today. I'm going to get into a little bit of the Miami Heat later. Just want to say 1-0, game 2 tonight to all y'all Heat fans. It's about to go down. Are we pulling out that broom? I think we're pulling out that broom, but it's game 2. It's just game 2. All I know is I'm excited. So let's go Heat, baby. Got a lot of good stuff, and I'm ready for the playoffs to start in the NHL so I can be rocking Florida Panthers and Miami Heat stuff. Come on, man. Good stuff. Got a lot of good stuff this morning. I want to say good morning to everybody in the chat. All right, let's get going. I know a lot of you are excited. Draft is coming up. A lot of cool stuff. So without further ado, let me bring on my friend to the channel. Y'all know him each and every Tuesday, Daniel Oyefusi. What's up, baby? How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Doing well. Hope you enjoyed your Easter weekend and whatnot.
I did, man. It was an extended break for me. Today is the day back to the show, which I'm excited about. I had a long weekend. I watched The Batman yesterday on HBO Max.
Okay.
Have you seen that yet?
I've not. I got a whole bunch of shows I need to catch up on.
I caught up on some movies this weekend because I'm in the middle of. You know how you watch a show and you start binge watching? I've been doing that with House. Okay. And I know the show's like 10 years old.
Yeah.
But I don't care. But like I'm back into it, and that's what I've been watching. But I'm all into Moon Knight right now on Disney Plus, which is great. And I'm going to go as far to say it might be the best Marvel show so far. Yeah, I said it. It's like, you remember the movie Split?
Nah.
All right, so Split is from the remember the movie with Bruce Willis, Unbreakable?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
So it's from that movie universe, M. Night Shyamalan, and it's about Split is about a guy with like 27 different personalities, multiple personalities.
Oh, okay. I think I've heard of that.
The guy from X-Men who's in it. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that.
But so it's like so Moon Knight on Disney Plus is like Split versus it meets superhero. And it's awesome. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I might add to the queue because I got a whole bunch of
shows. You need it. I don't know where your queue is and how many shows are up there, Daniel.
I got like 4 or 5.
You need to move it on up. That's what you need to do. Okay?
I got you.
All right, man. I've seen you've been active on Twitter this past weekend. A lot of stuff, bro.
No, I was chilling. I was actually back home. I went to see my family for Easter.
Oh, so, you were back in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, but I was with the fam. You know, I haven't seen them in a couple months, so I was catching up with them. I was chilling for the weekend. You know, I was out seeing people and whatnot, but it was a good weekend.
Yeah. Did you do any Easter egg hunts? I have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old, so we did a lot
Nah,
of
I think
Easter egg hunts.
my sisters are a little older now. They're in high school now, so I think we're past that.
Oh, are you too cool for Easter egg
I would
hunts,
say you're too
Daniel?
cool.
That's what that sounded like.
I think we're
That's what
past
that sounded
the
like,
age
man.
group. We're past the age group.
Well,
But it was a
look,
good
man,
week.
it's always good when you're with family, right?
Most def.
Oh man. All right. So let's talk about there's we're how many weeks away are we from the draft now? 3 weeks?
Shit, I don't even know, man. I ain't even paying attention to the draft. They only got 4 kids. We about next week. It's next week. Yeah, next week.
It's next week. We're not even
Yeah.
3 weeks. It's next week.
Next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we know when the draft comes out, things start, things are for real, right? And so what I wanted to do today was do some mock drafts, which I already got started.
Okay.
Go over some players, offensive line, inside linebacker. Really want to touch on those. So I guess my first question, because I kind of just answered it myself from my perspective, but is there a particular position do you think the Dolphins are going to focus on in the draft? They have 4 picks. They have a 4th
Yeah.
rounder,
Yeah.
5th rounder, and 2 7ths.
You say it again.
4th, 5th,
No,
and
they
2
got a
7ths.
third or fourth.
A third. Oh, excuse me. A third,
It's a
a
late
4th.
third.
I said a
It's a
4th and a 5th. A third, a 4th, and 2 7ths.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me, Daniel. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's interesting, man. I mean, you got 4 picks. I mean, that third rounder is pick number 102. It's one of the compensatory picks. It might as well be a 4th-round pick. It's at the bottom of the 3rd round. It's gonna be pretty interesting.
Pick 102.
Yeah, I think they're in a position where I've said it for a couple of weeks. They're probably in just a best player available position situation where you just kind of wait. I mean, there's been talks, there's kind of people suggesting like they package. I mean, they move up to target somebody again at the bottom of the 3rd round. You're gonna have to dip into that 2023 draft capital if you even want to like move up significantly. Or else you're gonna have to kind of package the 3rd and the 4th rounder to move up, and then it's like, I mean, is that really worth it? You want to come away with some players, and we actually do talk to Chris Greer this week, so it'll be interesting to see what he has to say about kind of the team's philosophy and how they're going to handle the draft. But again, it's kind of best player available. If we do know the needs, inside linebacker, offensive line, center, right tackle, maybe adding another defensive line edge player. So you kind of assess the board, and maybe if there's a run on wide receivers in the 2nd round, and then the board shapes up where you have some inside linebackers and some offensive linemen kind of drop to the bottom of the 3rd round, then you can kind of look at the board and say who's the best player available. But I'm not sure if they're really in a place where they can kind of target a specific position, just because it's like you're almost kind of just picking what's left at the end of the 3rd round at that point.
You are 100%. Now let's kind of go through and talk about that, because when you have pick 102, you're in the 3rd round. The question is, do you pick best player available, or do you pick the best player available at the position needed? Now, here's what I will say. We went over it last week. The Dolphins have a good recent history over the last 5 to 7 years of choosing 3rd round draft picks.
Yeah.
Which is great, right? So 3rd round draft picks, we have a good history on for that. And so now I'm looking at that and I'm like, I don't think they're necessarily going for best player available in the 3rd round. I think they're going to go for what position do we need? And we both agree the most 2 needed positions on this team are what? Offensive line and inside linebacker, right?
Yeah.
Would you disagree with that?
No, that's fair.
All right. So then it goes to what players are available at that moment. So looking at what best player is available right now, what I wanted to do is this morning I pulled up the Draft Network, right, which is where I did these mock drafts on. Okay, so I'm going to add these to the screen.
Oh, we getting fancy this week. Okay,
getting fancy this week, my guy. Fancy. All right. So what I wanted to do is we obviously have pick 102, and I'll go the last 5 or 6 picks before us were 97 Isaiah Likely, tight end for Detroit. 98 Rasheed Walker, offensive tackle for the Saints. Inside DL Matthew Butler from Tennessee.
Dang! Some of my guys just came off the board.
Cole Strange inside offensive line out of Chattanooga for the Ravens. Myjai Saunders, edge rusher from Cincinnati. We'll go to the Eagles, and then it goes to us. Okay.
Okay. So let's
And
see who we got on the board. Oh, okay. We got some interesting picks.
all right. So now we got that on the board. So the first 4 people that are available, number 64, number 71, number 79, and 80. We got 4 linebackers right there. Leo Chanel, Brian Asmaya, Troy Anderson, Channing Tyndall. Okay, now what I wanted to do, what I thought was very interesting was I said, let me scroll down a little bit and let me see. Well, we got Matt Ariza, but we know we're not going with a punter. So there goes that, right? And then I go down, I see I go Cam Jurgens out of Nebraska, inside linebacker or inside offensive lineman, and another inside of offensive lineman, Spencer Buford. And then I scroll down just a little bit more, and then there's Boston College's Alec Lindstrom.
Mm-hmm.
And why is that significant? Because we have offensive line coach from Boston College from the last few years, Matt Applebaum, which I think will be very interesting to go to. But before we get into that, the question goes into: do you go linebacker because you have best player available? Or let's say they were in love with somebody like Alec Lindstrom because of that familiarity. Do they go with somebody like Alec Lindstrom and pass up on the linebackers? Where do you think the Dolphins go with pick 102?
Well, I'm not going to lie. I'd have to suggest a third option with this scenario. There's a lot of guys that I like there. I mean, is there a possibility to trade back a couple spots and maybe acquire an extra 4th or 5th rounder? I'm not sure exactly how the trade value chart would go there. I'm not sure if you're able to do that. But no, that's actually a really interesting board. If all those guys are available, there's definitely some guys there. The Lindstrom thing, it's an interesting connection because, like as you said, the Dolphins' current offensive line coach coached him in Boston College. From everything that I've kind of read and seen, it seems like he's regarded as a late day 3 pick because he doesn't have the measurables and the athleticism or athletic traits to really be a above average to high end starter. I mean, I got to look at I wrote about it last week. I mean, I think he's fairly small for a center. 6. What's the size? Excuse me for a moment.
No, he's 6'3", 296 pounds.
Yeah,
I got it right here. He's 6'3", 296, right?
6'3" is fine, but 296. I mean, you're gonna get.
This is his prospect grade, 5.65.
Yeah,
candidate for bottom of roster or practice squad.
Yeah, so the upside is that he's a pretty old prospect too. I think he's 23 or 24. He's a redshirt senior. So I guess like the kind of thought process is, he's not going to get much. Like, it's different when you have guys who are like 20, 21 that are coming into the draft and, they're kind of still getting their man body. But, if he's 23, 24 and he's 296 and it's like that's kind of where his frame is maxing out, that's going to be a problem, kind of anchoring against defensive tackles. And again, this is a scheme where it's more based off the quickness, but he doesn't really have that lateral quickness as to match up with other prospects. So if you don't really have the quickness there, and then you can't really hold up your own, going head to head against defensive tackles, there's going to be some problems there. So again, I don't know about the 3rd round. If anything, he'd be maybe one of those 7th round picks. You take a chance on him, and you bank on maybe the familiarity getting there. I'll probably lean in one of those inside linebackers. And again, there's multiple guys that I like at that spot, which is why I was saying I wouldn't be opposed to moving down a couple of spots. Maybe you move to the top of the 4th round, and then you get an extra 5th round pick or something like that. I think that's a possibility. But oh man, we lost Stephen D. Okay, let's see.
Did you? Are you there?
Yeah, we lost you for a minute, man.
You lost me for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see us drafting out of the 3rd round. I don't see that happening at all. Okay. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. I don't see us drafting out of the 3rd round at all. But what I will say that I think we do is the other possibility to your thing is, do you draft up? And I want to come back to this pick because there's a few other prospects that I want to talk to you about. But do you see a world where maybe we draft up and get into the 2nd round with this third pick.
The thing is, if you do that, there's various draft charts that people use, and there's like the Jimmy Johnson, which is a little more outdated. But there's a website that I've used, drafttech.com, and they apply various points to the value points to those picks. So the Dolphins picking 102 as their first pick. Let me bring it up real quick. So the Dolphins are picking 102, which is the fourth to final pick of the third round. That has a point value of 92. If you want to get to the back of the second round, the 64 overall pick, that's a point value of 270. So that's why I say if you want to get all the way into the second round, which is just going to be really tough to do with the current draft they have this year, you got to start to dip into 2023. We wouldn't be able to package 2 or 3 picks this year and move all the way into the second round. So my question is, and which is why I'm interested to hear what Chris Grier's kind of philosophy is. Are they even is that even crossing their mind where they would try to package a 2023 pick? They don't look like they're in the they're in the business of touching the 2023 stuff right now. They've been accumulating 2023. It seems like kind of looking into the future. I'm not sure if they'd be willing to take 2 picks in 2023 to move up in 2022, because it seems like they've kind of punted on 2022 and they've used that to acquire Tyreek Hill and make various other moves.
No, I agree with that, Daniel. Here's the question that you want to ask, you just don't know it yet. Is there a player that Chris Grier's in love with that he would be willing to go up into the second round and reach into and draft future, whether it's this year or future draft comp picks, or even a player on the roster that he's like, I got to get this guy. He's going to help our team in future years. Now, we know he's not afraid to do that. He did that last year with Javon Holland. He fell in love with Javon Holland, went up and got him.
Or did he do that with Eichenberg?
Eichenberg was there and knew he needed to address the O-line.
Yeah.
He couldn't get out of that, and he knew that past that, he knew he's like, all right, Eichenberg's the best offensive lineman left on the board in his eyes at that moment. I need to go out and get it. Yeah. Because here's the reality. They wanted the running back. Who's the running back that got drafted?
Javonte Williams.
Javonte Williams. That is the original pick that they wanted.
Yeah.
He doesn't show up. Oh, snap. We still get Javon Holland. What he doesn't realize is, maybe he did, and hindsight being 2020, he definitely knows now, Javon Holland was maybe the best pick of that entire draft.
Yeah.
I mean, you could make the argument, right?
Well, in terms of value, yeah.
I understand he moved up for Eichenberg. I get that.
Yeah.
But the reality is he wanted Javonte Williams, and we were at that pick, and he knew he could get Javon Holland when it was all said and done.
Yeah. Again, is there and to go back to your point of, is there a player that Chris Grier loves to the point where he would? I mean, we'll put it this way: you're essentially. I mean, but I'll put it this way: to get back into the bottom of the second round, you're essentially moving up. You're moving up an entire round.
Yeah. So 2 things. Number 1, I don't think he's going to do it. Let me just throw that out there on the record. Okay. I don't think there's anybody in this draft that he's like, I gotta have this person. I'm in love with them. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and this is viewed as a good depth draft as well. So the 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds is supposed to be like the real prime rounds anyway. So just like you just did a mock draft, and there were 5, 6, 7 guys where I'm like, oh, if the Dolphins get that guy at number 102, you're working with something.
Sean Davis brought up a prospect. Let's go back to the prospect.
Yeah, that's what
Leo Chanel. Leo Chanel is from Wisconsin, and let me pull up his draft profile here. He's from Wisconsin. He's 6'3", 250 pounds, right? This kid was a junior, and he's an inside linebacker from Wisconsin. I mean, not too much I can say. Now, his prospect grade, according to the NFL Network, is good backup with the potential to develop into a starter. And next gen stats have him at 82, which is good, right?
Yeah.
And so, Lance Zierlein, NFL analyst, compared him to Ray Malulaga. I'm sorry. And And his overview is inside linebacker with a densely muscled frame. Let me put that in there. Inside linebacker with a densely muscled frame for full contact fighting between the tackles. Chanel's is like a cinder block. His limbs absorb contact without losing balance or positioning. The power and toughness are outstanding, but his technique, play recognition, and discipline need more work. He's tightly bound, lacking the fluidity and lateral agility for consistent success as an open field tackler. He won't offer much in coverage, but has success as a power blitzer. Chanel has a rare point of attack power and will be a handful inside the box, but will be limited by athletic differences. He might not ever be more than a good backup or low-end starter, but he should be able to make a living in the league. Thoughts about Leo Chanel?
Yeah, I mean, I just posted my draft preview for inside linebacker this morning, so you can check that out on MiamiHerald.com. I didn't even include him because he was a guy who I didn't think would get to 102. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, if in an inside linebacker to pair with Jerome Baker, you're looking for a guy who complements Jerome. So Jerome is, isn't that great against the run, but he's great. He's a great blitzer. He's pretty solid in coverage. So you're looking for a guy who has the size and the physicality to hold up against the run, especially if you're going to, when you go into those sub packages and you move him to outside linebacker, you need somebody who has the physicality at middle linebacker to hold up, but also isn't that much of a liability in coverage, which is why I think that, 6'3", 250, he fits that mold. 4'5", it's not like the 4.42 that some of these guys are running, but you can work with that. And from what I've read, from what I've seen, he's pretty solid in coverage. He might not be a Fred Warner type or whatever, but again, those traits and those guys are hard to come by. There's only a few of them in the NFL. So you're looking for somebody who can hold their own on early downs, but also isn't a liability in coverage. And I'm not sure if he ends up at 102, but if he is there at 102, he's definitely a guy that you feel good and you're happy with that pick right there.
All right, another somebody that could be available is inside linebacker from Oklahoma. Okay,
yeah.
Brian Asamoah. I don't know if I'm saying his last name correctly. I apologize if I am. But he's 6 foot even, 226. His prospect draft grade according to the NFL is 5.97. Average backup or special teamer. Next Gen Stats have him at 69 average. But his overview, again by Lance Zierlein, says C-ball, get ball linebacker with an itchy, twitchy trigger and explosive pursuit speed. Asamoah is adequate in reading keys and diagnosing the action with quickness. His pursuit pass to the football are aggressive, but they're lacking in technique to maintain his gap integrity. His playing style is likely to have him around the football more often than not, but consistency in finishing tackles could be an issue for him when the pros. His athletic and pass coverage could stand out on special teams. He's a 3-4 weak side inside linebacker or a 4-3 will with the potential to find starting reps down the road. What do you think about this?
I like him because, again, I think also something I need to point out, you want the overall athleticism. Like Atlanta Roberts, he's great in the box. He's great early down. But, again, he doesn't have the sideline athleticism to work not only vertically but laterally. I like him. My thing is it kind of sounds like Jerome again. When they say a weak side linebacker, you're going to play to the field side. You're going to cover that ground. But he's 6 feet, 230. He has long arms, so maybe he has long arms, so that'll help with like getting off blockers. But 6 feet, 230. He is built pretty well. You're kind of looking at a more Jerome Baker type player again. But again, I mean, when you get to 102, these prospects aren't going to be perfect. I mean, you get to the third round, fourth round, these guys aren't going to be perfect. Either they're going to have some kind of size. They might not check all the boxes with size. They might not have all the athleticism. You're not going to be the full package. So the thing is, you're going to take somebody who has checked some of the boxes and hope that your coaching kind of molds them into the player that you think they can be. So it'd be an interesting pick, but again, it looks more like it's in the Jerome Baker mode, and they don't need another Jerome. They need another real like middle linebacker who can be in the middle of the defense and work in the box as well as work in coverage.
All right, well, let's go to another potential prospect here. Channing Tyndall. Channing Tyndall out of Georgia. He's a senior. He's 6'2". He's 230 pounds. I saw you say, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know a little bit about Channing or not. 6.24 will eventually be an average starter as his prospect grade. Next gen stats have him at 82. And Lance Zierlein again with the diagnosis as inside linebacker who proved his toughness and dependability in Georgia's stop unit. Tyndall played a great scheme surrounded by NFL prospects, so projecting his pro potential is a little trickier. He has average size and instincts for work between the tackles, but the pursuit speed and tackling talent to run and hit from sideline to sideline. Play recognition versus the run and pass should improve with additional playing time. Tyndall should be an early backup and an instant four-phase special teamer with the potential to eventually step into the starting role. What do you know? What do you think about Tyndall?
Yeah, so the Dolphins had him on their pre-draft visit. So they have like their 30 visits.
Okay.
They bring guys to the facility. You know, I think in some cases they're allowed to work them out. But they, you know, a lot of times they just kind of break bread with them and get to know them and do some like some, you know, X's and O's work. So they brought him in about a week or two ago. Yeah, again, he's an interesting prospect because that Georgia defense, I mean, there's going to be like 5 or 6 guys that go ahead of him in the draft. And there's going to be like 2 or 3 linebackers. I think it's Nakobe Dean, Quay Walker, and I think I'm blanking on somebody else, or he might be the third. But there's going to be like linebackers at his own position that go ahead of him. So he was kind of like more supporting cast I wrote than actual lead actor. He only played like 31 snaps a game, so it's like he's kind of a role player in a sense, which isn't necessarily a bad thing but that defense is just so stacked. So he has great athleticism, ran a 4.4. So he has a straight line speed. He can work side to side. Again, like the scouting report said, I mean, because he just didn't play as much, and he just was kind of not as further along. The play recognition is a little, you know, hit and miss. And again, he just didn't play as much. Like he didn't make a single start. He didn't get like extensive snaps. Like a lot of times these guys are playing 65 snaps a game. He's playing like 30. So he's kind of like there's a lot of projection. There's always projection with the NFL and these prospects, but there's more projection with him because he just didn't have like a starting role. But he's a great blitzer, which the Dolphins ask a lot. Yeah, I mean, 4.4, yeah. I mean, and he has pretty good size. He's about 6'2", like just under 6'2" and 230. So he should be able to work around them. Yeah, that'd be an interesting pick. Coverage wise, I'm not sure. I mean, the thing is, a lot of times when you look at these guys who are like 4.4 speed, you're like, yeah, well they can hold up in coverage, but there's a difference in like running straight line and then asking you to lock up a tight end or a running back who's running on a wheel route or doing an angle route, and then you got to flip your hips. So you know, there's questions there. But yeah, it'd be an interesting pick just because of the potential, just because it's like he hasn't played a ton, but he has the traits.
All right. Well, look, there's 2 other people that I want to go over for this particular draft pick. And the reason that I wanted to is, let me just state for the record, I do think they're going to end up going inside linebacker at this pick when it's all said and done. But I also have said on multiple occasions that the Dolphins have to address better caliber players or better potential prospects when it comes to the O-line. And so there's 2 people that stick out in my mind here that I wanted to talk to you about. The first one is Spencer Buford. Spencer Buford from Texas San Antonio. He's 6'4", 304 pounds. He's a guard out of Texas San Antonio. He says traits, his prospect grade is an even 6. Next Gen Stats has him at 71. He said traits or talents to be an above average backup. Okay. And the analysis, Lance Zierlein again, long arm guard tackle prospect who is fueled by energy and athletic ability. Buford has the foot quickness and agility teams are looking for as a move blocker, but his play can be rushed and unfocused, which can turn into a win-loss on any given rep. He needs to add muscle mass and drop the pad level, but has enough to bend in his lower half to become a more consistent drive blocker with his technique work. He can do a better job of uncorking a stiffer punch into rushers, but he gets the most out of his length and pass protection and has the recovery athleticism to make up for missteps. Buford's physical traits and position flexibility give him a head start in chasing a roster spot. What do you think about Spencer Buford?
Yeah, he's not a guy that I included in my draft preview, but I remember coming across him. Yeah, I mean, he has versatility, which is a good thing. I think that similar to the previous coaching regime, they're gonna value versatility, especially because they're keeping 8 linemen active on game day, so they're gonna have 3 reserves. So those guys have to be able to, you got to be able to play like. If you're a left tackle, primarily, you got to be able to play right tackle or left guard too, vice versa. He has 21 starts at left guard, 20 starts at left tackle, 2 starts at right tackle. So he can play across the line. But his kind of measurables lead me to, and again, this is a new coaching staff, so we're not sure. I mean, I know the front office is the same for the most part, but the coaching staff is a little different too. So we're not sure how rigid they are with like measurables and whatnot. His measurables lead me to believe that he'd slot more at tackle. But again, I think what I've seen from a lot of the prospects and like kind of the research I did, when you get to like the late day 2, late 3, it's something with these guys. And a lot of times it's like just getting stronger. They're really good athletes, but they don't have the strength right there. And he has the size, which is good, 6'4", 300 pounds. So again, it's interesting when talking to Matt Applebaum, he said, there's an athleticism that like kind of an athleticism criteria that you got to be able to hit. And it seems like for the most part, he hits that. We're not necessarily looking at 40-yard dash time, but how's your 20-yard, your 10-yard? Those are the increments that you're moving in more often. I mean, really 10 yards. Those are the increments that you're moving in laterally. So I think he'd be an interesting prospect. But again, a lot of these guys with day 2, day 3, it's like just getting stronger. They might not have the strength right there or the technique.
There's a lot of potential.
Yeah.
But
these guys are going to be reserve linemen that you're not going to ask them to start day 1. There are some interesting prospects, though, some other prospects that are interesting and could potentially vie for a starting spot as rookies.
One more person I want to go over, and then we could talk about anybody else you want to talk about and finish up the mock draft.
Yeah.
Cam Jurgens is another one that I like. All right. Cam Jurgens is out of Nebraska. He's a center. He's a junior, 6'3", 300 pounds. I really like this kid. 6.11, good backup with the potential to develop into starter. I think this person, actually, out of all the offensive linemen in the 3rd round, brings me the most. Oh, okay. Here's, I thought that his analysis was very interesting. Overview: center prospect with a lack of desired measurables and position versatility that could cap his draft value. Jurgens is quick with the above average athleticism, but needs to harness his energy and play with better control in the early stages of rep to improve his strike zone and success rates. He's a bit leaner in pass protection and could struggle to find his anchor against the rugged bull rushers. He can play a variety of run schemes and has backup talent. His strengths, real quick, he's a 3-year starter. Plays strong core, snap to step quickness.
Center. Yeah.
He's a legit center. He's not real. I don't know if he'll be good at any other position, but man, he is somebody that I'm looking at and I'm like, well, if Dieter doesn't work out at center and we draft this kid, I mean, he could legit with Applebaum being as good as I hope he is, coaching wise, this could be a really good prospect here.
Yeah, he's a guy that I included in my draft preview for the centers, but I wasn't even sure if he was going to get to 102. He's there. You make that pick. He's a former high school tight end, so he can move his feet.
Yep.
He has the athleticism. Dane Brugler, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, with The Athletic, he does a yearly draft preview rankings, and it's a very, very extensive list. It's where I mainly did my research, and he called him like a round 2 version of Tyler Linderbaum. So Tyler Linderbaum is like the can't miss center prospect in this draft, and this guy's calling him a round 2 version of that. I mean he has he checks the boxes, all the physical boxes. Like he has the size, right under 6'3", 300 pounds, long. He has really, really long arms for the position. He ran a 4.92 in the 40. Yeah, I mean, he maybe just not as like refined as Tyler Linderbaum, but if like I remember reading ESPN a week or two ago, and it was like, what's the perfect scenario for the Dolphins? And it's like if this guy for some reason drops to 102, you just just hand the card in right there, call it a day. I'm trying to see. I think that again, he especially with the zone scheme, like he primarily worked in the zone scheme, I believe. Well, it was a multiple offense, so he's familiar with the zone running scheme. But again, with guys like him, and I think that just overall a lot of like interior linemen and just linemen in general, that's where we're kind of leaning to with like the body types and just the guys that are coming out in the draft. They have the speed and like the quickness, but sometimes the strength and the power might not be there. But again, that's not going to be as big of a point with the zone running scheme. It's like it's moving laterally to get to your points and sealing the block. So obviously you want to drive block a guy, but it's more speed and power and quickness. So yeah, he's definitely one of those guys. And again, he's a center. Like there's a lot of the top center prospects in this draft. They're guys who are like left guards, right guards, but they just might not have like the strength or whatever. So they're gonna move them inside, or they might not have the measure, so they're gonna move them inside. This guy is like a legitimate center. He started 31 games. All 31 of the starts were at center. So he's definitely a guy. Like it's like there's not going to be any like transition process. It's going to be like you're a center, put you at center, and let's roll.
I agree. I totally agree. Now, going back to the mock draft that we're going to finish up here, is there anybody that I have not thought about that you see currently on this board? The name that stands out to you real quick, or should we go ahead and draft? The question is, do we draft linebacker or do we draft offensive lineman here?
Man, I mean, man. My thing is, I'm just kind of looking at, you only have Dieter at center right now. I know a lot of people are saying we got to upgrade it to a linebacker, but it's like they made it work. They made it work with Landon, Duke Riley, Egwavon. I think they can make it work again for another year. But if you got a guy who you know for sure can potentially push Dieter to start day one, you go for it. I mean, either way, Juergens might not have the positional versatility that Dieter has because Dieter played left guard as a rookie and he's played tackle in college. But it's like, all right, if Juergens is your starter, then Dieter, like that's your top reserve. I lean going with Cam Juergens with that 102 pick just because that's probably the best.
I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. Now, let me state for the record, we're going to draft Cam Juergens here in a second, okay? Let me just state for the record. I think it'll be very tough for Greer to pass up on any one of those four linebackers, Leo Chanel, Asmaya, Troy Anderson, who we didn't go over from Montana State. And
Tyndall. He was there? Oh,
yeah.
I like that guy too. I didn't even – oh, wow. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
The linebacker – this is a linebacking deep draft. So,
I would trade back, man. I would trade back.
So let me just throw this out there. There's two things that we could do. We could trade back, but I wouldn't trade back without getting 2 third-round draft picks. Like I'd want to get 2 third-rounders.
I
don't know if that's possible. 102.
I don't know. When is the trade back? Because you're at the bottom of the third round. So I'm saying like
when does the 4th round start? What pick?
That would be pick 106. So I'm saying like if you move back to like pick 108 and then you get an extra like 5th rounder. I don't know. I think that's kind of like in my mind that makes sense. Like let's say you move back into
let's say all right, so you want to trade back to pick 108?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right, let's see if we can do that. All right, so let's go up here. Let's see if this is something we can do here. Trade. It's exclusive for premium. I'm not paying for it. Okay.
You gotta get the PFF stuff. You can trade back with PFF.
PFF.
Yeah. But it's all good. It's all good.
All right. Let me go PFF. See, I didn't know all that. Yeah. All right. PFS mock draft simulator. Okay.
But I don't know if we're gonna get all those guys available at 102 though. That's the thing.
We'll do 7 rounds. All right. Speed fast. All right. Enter draft. All right. Let's start draft. Let's see what happens. This thing is going quick. Whew. This is what I like. I get excited for draft coverage, man. I get excited for it. Even though we don't, everybody's like, oh, the Dolphins gave up. We didn't give up on this draft. We can still make some home run picks with what we have available.
Let's see what we got here.
All right. Let's see here. JoJo see, it looks like all those linebackers came off the board in this simulation.
Because a lot of these are different. Because some of them are like more updated, where they have more kind of updated projections and whatnot. Because I was like, I don't know if all those guys are going to be available in that previous mock.
And I don't even see.
What's your position? Let's see what. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm not.
All right, so you want to go? Let's go. What do you want to see? Linebackers first.
Let's look at the inside linebackers first.
All right, so linebackers.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I'm not sure if a lot.
None of those guys that we had available were there in this particular one. Let's go off inside O-line.
Okay. So Donovan
Cam Jurgens,
oh,
but
really?
He's updated at 143. So we could technically trade back. He would still be there.
Let's see what trades are available, though.
All right. So where is that? Trade offers. The Jets at pick 102. Or one, excuse me. We have pick 102.
Yeah.
The Jets with pick 111.
No, I want to go 10 back. What else are we getting, though?
It doesn't say. You're on the clock. Here it is. New York Jets pick 111. Does it say? I'm trying to figure out how this. And that's Carolina's here.
Okay.
It doesn't say the other team. It says 2 trades.
Yeah, we gotta see what else we're getting from them.
All right, so pick 111. Right?
Oh, okay.
102.
1 minute. We can kind of.
We have to propose the trade.
Okay, gotcha.
Propose the trade. So 111, 117.
What's the other? What other team is available?
Yeah, I don't want to. Let's see here. It doesn't say. It says. It just says 2. It doesn't say. Select a team to trade with. Oh, the Saints. Here we go. The Saints at 120.
No, that's too far back.
All right. Now you said what was it? 106? Was that the one you said, or was it?
No, let's go back to the Jets and see if because they have the.
I think 106 is the Jaguars, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we could go the 106, right? That was the one you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
102. And let's see if they will throw in.
See if they'll throw in their 5th round pick, 157. I don't know if that'll. We might fleece. That might be a little bit of a fleece, but let's see if we can fleece the computer. What?
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're interested.
Yeah, they're smart. Let's see if they can.
I like this one. The PFF definitely with the trades here. They don't play.
You can trade players too. All right, let's try that 6th round pick, number 180.
All right.
Or let me do my math real quick and see if that adds up because I'm calculating the points. That's 82 plus 17. I'm just rounding up to 18. That's 100. Nah, I don't really like that for us. For real, I don't like that for us. Let's try 188 then. That's 96. It kind of adds up. Because we get an extra 6 rounder, so let's try that. It's a little better for them, but we get the extra 6 round pick this year in what's regarded as a deep draft, so I'll take that. And I'm confident that one of the guys that we like is going to be available at 106.
All right, let's see here.
I'm just giving you a sense of this is how it would go. It's all right, well, we're going to move back 8 picks, but we're going to get an extra 6 rounder, and we might be able to target a guy that we like.
So let's say we stayed at 102, and we went to Jacksonville and said we want 106 as well. and we'll give up a third rounder next year, and 247 for this year. They said that they would accept that trade.
I don't know how I feel about touching 2023.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I don't
No,
know.
I get that. 100%.
Especially when I know that we could stay right here and just take Cam Jurgens. Like we're trying to maximize.
Well, let me ask you, what do you think of Donovan West? Donovan West is another center available here.
So he's a pretty young prospect. So there's like room to grow, not only like physically but mentally. Like he doesn't turn 21 until 2 weeks after the draft. But he has to bulk up. You know,
Luke
I know
Fortner.
He's also I think he's a pretty versatile prospect. I think he's more tackle though.
It's so weird how this one is so different from the mock draft machine over here.
Yeah, because they have different. The rankings are a little different there. So,
all right. So let's go to the draft one here. We'll do both. We'll finish them up. All right. Here, who do you want to draft?
We can take Jurgens and call it a day.
All right. We'll call Jurgens here. Okay. Let's see where else we got here. Our next pick is 125. All right. Matt Ariza's still on the board, just for people to know. Because I know everybody for a long time was having him. I know we're not drafting him. Zach Tom out of Wake Forest, Kyron Williams, Alec Pierce, Cordell Volson.
Alec Pierce is still the wide receiver?
Yep, out of Cincinnati.
I haven't really read up too much on him, but I've heard good things about him.
Terrell Bernard, Justin Schaffer, Rashad White.
The running back, right? Yeah.
Kobe Bryant, corner out of Cincinnati. Zamir White.
Yeah, there's some interesting picks in round 5.
So the question is, do you go best player available? Because if you do, Zach Tom out of Wake Forest is there.
Yes, he got that I wrote about. I think I did.
Zach Tom's profile, NFL prospect profile. 6'4", 304, 6'10", good backup with the potential to develop into a starter. Lance Zierlein has him as center prospect who spent the last 2 seasons as left tackle.
Yeah.
Tom was extremely impressive in pass protection at tackle, despite a lack of desired length or strength. But he's likely headed back to center in the pros. He plays with the technique and plus body control, but his aggression level is lacking in the run game and is masked to below average. Tom could be a priority for the teams with a leaky interior and has day 3 value. I'm going to say we go here. Zach Tom in this particular one. Best player available.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. He has center experience.
That's who we're going with. All right, while this is finishing up, going into the 7th round, let's go to the PFF one. So here in the PFF.
Wait, can we go back to the trade? Because I think I found a trade that would work. And if this doesn't work, yeah.
Okay. Nope,
PFF.
I haven't done anything. All right, who are we trading?
If Jacksonville doesn't accept this, then we're just going to make the pick. So we're going to give them 102 for 106 and 197.
They're not interested in trading for this pick.
All right, that's fine. Forget it. Because they want to fleece us, but we're not going to get fleeced. We don't do that. We don't do that.
All right, who are we drafting here while the mock draft is?
I mean, I guess we're going to take Jurgens again.
You're going to take Jurgens, even though you got some of these other guys here?
Yeah, we're going to go with Jurgens. I like him. I'm surprised he's even available there. But
see, there's so many players here. I have a difficult time doing that. So Jurgens is.
Well, who do you like? Who do you like instead of him?
See, Cam Jurgens is 143 here, right?
Well, that's their rankings. And this, he's higher in my rankings. So
I want to go with Jojo Damon. Let's see his Joe, football linebacker. They're the Cornhuskers. The Cornhuskers. All right, here we go. 6'1", 228. Good backup with the potential to develop into starter. Next Gen Stats has him at 73. All right. Lance Zierlein has him here. Undersized 4'3" linebacker who plays with a vengeful field demeanor and outstanding play strength. Doman won't back down from a fight, but he's often the one who started it. He takes on a block with a firm anchor, sound technique, and plays with efficient movements from snap to snap. The former safety handled big nickel cover duties over the slot, but needs to prove so he can match up against NFL talent and man coverage. He lacks desired length and range, which could hurt his draft stock, but he is a punishing tackler and consistent irritant in the box. He has middle round value as a valuable backup and plus special team talents and the ability to start if needed. I mean, I like this. I like Jojo Damon.
Kind of, I don't know. The profile kind of reminds me of like Duke Riley. Like maybe not the most like physical guy in there, but
what do you think? You know, here's something else that I find interesting too, right? So, and going to people's mock drafts, right? So this was let me go to people's mock drafts. So this was done April 14th by Hugo Monero, who looks like he's just a fan. He has James Cook, Donovan West, Michael Clemens, Malcolm Rodriguez here. Okay. And then who else do they have here? It's so funny because people in the latest, they don't have a lot of people that have done mock drafts. Here we go. Jerome Ford, Zach Tom, Dawson Deaton, Tyler Vrabel. Offensive tackle out of Boston College in the second round.
Yeah. That's
Vince Nation TV. Do you think they go wide receiver or running back at all?
I mean, it's definitely a possibility. I would only put like outside of like quarterback. I think everything's on the table, especially when you get there, everything's on the table because it's the best player available. So I think that the rankings and the way their board is set up, it might be altered a bit for positional need and volume and whatnot. But if there is a very good cornerback that drops down, that is significantly more highly rated than whoever else is on their board and available right there, I think that they would pick that cornerback. I don't think that they would say, "Oh, well, we don't need a cornerback right now. We have two great cornerbacks, so we're just not gonna." I don't know. I've only been here for a year, so I don't have the institutional knowledge. But from what I've kind of like seen and heard about in recent years, like if there is a player that is, just by far their best player on the board, it seems like Greer would just go ahead and take that guy. They wouldn't say, well, it's not necessarily as big of a need. It's different when you're like at the top of the first round or, you're in the middle of the first round. It's like, all right, there's a quarterback there, but we got a quarterback, so we're not going to take that guy. We get that. When you get to the third, fourth round, it's like you want the best players that are there, within reason.
And so with that being said, I gotta think that we already on this particular one, it says wide receiver and center are the needs, which I find very funny. So I'm gonna say let's go based on best player available, right? So the question is, do you like Donovan West or Kellen Diesch more?
I haven't read about Kellen as much, but let me look at Donovan real quick. What I had on him. 1 minute. I gotta see if Donovan has any positional versatility because I don't want a rookie that can't play. Okay, he played. I'll go with Donovan, and I'll bank on. He's a young prospect too, and I like that. I'll bank on getting him in the weight room. He's not going to start day one, but he can be like a reserve lineman.
Okay, so let Donovan West. We'll draft Donovan West here. And we're going based on your theory of best player available, plus he addresses the need, right?
Yeah.
And so now we're at pick 125. Best player available, Bailey Zapp, quarterback out of Western Kentucky.
I don't think they're doing that. They already got
me neither. And so then it goes corner, Cordell Flott, Grant Calicatera, tight end out of SMU. We got a halfback here, and Brian Robinson Jr. out of Alabama. Got a couple of offensive linemen, Matt Walazico, tackle out of North Dakota. Letitia Smith, guard out of Virginia Tech. Jerome Ford is available there, halfback out of Cincinnati.
Yeah, some interesting running backs. I haven't done running backs yet, but those are some interesting names.
DeMarco Jackson, linebacker out of Appalachian State. Terrell Bernard, linebacker out of Baylor. I mean, look, there's definitely some interesting names here. Nobody that truly sticks out.
The running backs, if I had more, I wish I had done running back, but there are some interesting.
Do you think that, let's talk about, there's no way the Dolphins draft a running back. No way.
I wouldn't say
maybe in the 7th round, but not at pick 125.
I mean, it's the 5th round. I mean, the 5th round, you're getting guys who, you know, are end of the roster. You know, they're not probably not going to contribute year one, but I don't think it's. I mean, they only have
nobody. You got to. Are they better than what they currently have? You got to remember. So Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mozart, and then Myles Gaskins, and then you have his face.
Okay. So real quick, I'm not suggesting that Myles Gaskin is not going to be on the roster in 2022, but he's on the final year of his rookie contract, and the Dolphins could easily cut him and not lose any sleep in terms of losing cap money. Same thing with Ahmed. Again, I think that right now, as it stands, those guys are. I'd say, yeah, they're going to be on the roster in 2022.
But there's no guarantee. You're saying there's a chance.
I've been told to follow the money, and when I'm looking at the money, I see 2 guys who the Dolphins could cut right now, and they lose very little, if any, cap saving, any dead money. There's only one guy who signed past 2022, and Chase Edmonds could also easily be cut after 2022, and so I don't think that it's just a foregone conclusion that they're done at running back. With whoever they pick with that guy, I wouldn't say that guy's going to be a big contributor. But you also got to look back at years past with San Francisco, where they have ran through running backs. Mostert has injury concerns, and again, just this past season, San Francisco had 4 different major contributors at running back. So I don't think that it's a foregone conclusion. I would say that if I had to guess, I'd say that they probably find somebody in the undrafted free agent range, and they bring that guy in, and he's more of a practice squad guy. But I don't think it's completely out of the realm of possibility.
All right, so let's play this scenario, right? What I did was I went to Brian Robinson, who was the best running back available there. He's 6'2", 225. He's from a Nick Saban offense, right? And we know that they like drafting Alabama guys. He's 6.21 draft prospect grade, which is pretty good. Will eventually be an average starter. Net Gen stats have him as 76. And then let's see here. His 40-yard dash was 4.53. Okay? Yeah. 4.53 in the 40. And basically what was said here is Robinson is an absolute physical unit with good feet and power to add yards after contact, but his running style is predictable and somewhat indecisive between the tackles. Building and maintaining momentum doesn't always come easily. He's more fight than flight, but delays in processing and lack of second-level creativity turn him into more of a road grader than he needs to be. He is a linear runner who is likely to be utilized as a complementary bulldozer to help wear down defenses, but Robinson might have more potential from the sideline than he receives credit for. Is this somebody that would work in a Mike McDaniel offense?
Possibly. I don't think, again, like you said, he doesn't have that burst to really make you pay in the second level. But he it seems like he is decisive enough where he he can put his foot in the ground, he can go field. But again, he's not gonna be a burner. He's really gonna grind you out. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if he's the best fit for the Dolphins.
I don't think he is either. I think, by the way, I think he has the potential to be a good good starter in the NFL. I really do. But I don't think that's where they're going. So with that being said, where do the Dolphins go with pick 125 here? Looking at this, here, let me bring it up on the screen. We got Cordell Flatt. We got Brian. Do they go best player available?
I mean, there's two. I've heard good things about Ford and Pierre Strong, but you're not feeling a running back in round 5.
I agree with that. So what do the Dolphins do here?
I trade back. I don't know. Unless there's a guy here that the Dolphins love that we don't know of.
All right. So the three teams, they have Buffalo, pick 130, Denver Broncos 145, New York Giants 147. Right. And we're currently at pick 125.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to see what other picks Buffalo has. I mean, at this point, it's like you're like swapping like the pick and you're getting a 7th rounder. I mean, that's really all it is for. I'm not sure. You might just have to kind of take somebody there. Okay,
here we go. We get pick 130, but we move up to 203, and we give up 224.
So we move back into. So we give up that first 7th rounder.
We move back 5 spots. We give up a 7th rounder, but we move up 21 spots in the 7th round. Maybe I think that might even be a 6.
Yeah, that's a 6th rounder, I believe. Or no, 230.
Let's offer the trade. Let's see what happens
here. Yeah, I'm with it. Let's do it.
Trade accepted. Hello.
So we gave up
130
and 247, or was it 240?
No, we gave up 125 and 224. We got 130 and 203.
Okay,
that's a good trade.
That works.
Resume draft. But that still puts us. We still got the same people there.
Yeah,
that didn't help us at all.
So we got to get somebody. We essentially just picked up an extra. Yeah, I was gonna say when you get to the end of the 6th round or the 5th round, some guys that I'm trying to see. Fields. I've heard good things about Pierre Strong. I haven't read up on him, but I've heard good things about him. Is he still there now?
Who?
Pierre Strong. I thought I saw his name. Oh, he might be off the board.
He's off the. Pierre Strong's there, halfback out of South Dakota State.
I've heard some good things about him.
Do you think we still go running back here?
Yeah, I don't think that the Dolphins are going to like say that's not how they're going to operate. They're not going to say, well, we drafted, we signed 2 guys and we have 4 running backs on contract right now, so we're just not going to. Because again, next year this position could very well. I mean, I'm going to say next year running back is probably going to be a position they need. If they don't bring back, they have 3 guys who are on expiring contracts right now, so.
Nope, that's not the one I want. Josh Johnson. Wide receiver.
Yeah, let's go with Pierre Strong. Let's go with him. I like what I'm reading here.
All right, Pierre Strong. Draft.
I want you. You already.
No, I already drafted.
I wanted you to do the research too. We're not what's it called, a dictatorship. I wanted you to.
I mean, look, I find it very interesting because now I personally think it just goes best player available. By the way, now we're in the 6th round. By the way,
something real quick that I found interesting when I was covering the Ravens last year, they said that like when they get to like the 6th, 7th round, a lot of times they'll kind of let like their assistant coaches or the assistant like some of these regional scouts kind of make the decision, because it's like, all right, we don't, we've done a lot of scouting, but these guys are kind of here or there, and they'll say, all right, is there a guy that you really like here that you want to get? And they'll really let that. I'm not sure if the Dolphins operate like that, but I just find that interesting, that a lot of times late in the draft, it'll be kind of like, hey, is there a scout that, there's a guy that he really, really likes in the 7th round that he wants to pick up, and they'll kind of lean to that. So I found that really interesting. But again, when you get to the 6th, 7th round, I mean, it's kind of best player available, guys who you think can contribute on special teams, really fit your culture. Pierre Strong, I mean, I think that what I'm reading, it looks like he's a really good fit for the outside zone. He's not necessarily a power guy, but he has good feel for the cutback lanes and hitting the hole. So I think that'd be a nice pick.
All right, I'm going to go best player available for the position need. And so that puts us at wide receiver. And so here it's going to put us at Jalen Nailor, wide receiver out of Michigan State. And then I'll probably go one more. By the way, Matt Ariza's still available in this draft.
I don't know. You might have to take him with that 7th round pick. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you might have to. Just to satisfy
him. If he's there at 7th, I say you do it.
Yeah. I mean, you might have to.
All right, here we go. We have A center Donovan West at pick 102. Our trade got a C+. Pierre Strong was a C-. Jalen Nailor was an A-. We got a B+ in our overall draft grade here, sir.
I mean, that's solid.
That's solid, my guy.
Jerry might have to put us in the front office, man.
And this one's still going on. All right, now we're at the 7th round, pick 224 here. It says linebacker still a need here, and running back.
Well, this one, who do we have so far? We got Jurgens.
My picks are
we got
Zach Tom.
Oh wow, we got two potential centers. I forgot. I didn't even realize.
And Cam Jurgens. So we got to go either defense or wide receiver here.
All right, who's on the board right now?
Tyquan Thornton out of Baylor, who I've heard good things about.
Yeah, I think he's a local guy too.
Jalen Nailor again out of Michigan State is available.
Well, who we got at inside linebacker? Because I didn't realize we got 2 interior linemen with the first 2 picks.
So let's go linebacker. Who is all right? So here we go. Let's go linebacker. Ellis Brooks out of Penn State.
I remember him. Because I watched a ton of Big Ten games from Maryland.
Ellis Brooks, Penn State.
Oh, I don't know. He's a little small.
540. He's not even on the draft board graded.
Yeah, he was listed as a priority free agent for Dan Brugler's breakdown.
So he's probably somebody that's going to be. I think you got to go best player available.
Oh, well, this is the 7th round. Oh, this is the 7th round, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So let's
go.
I had
known, I would have said, let's try to find an inside linebacker with that 2nd pick. Because
I'm gonna go Tyquan Thornton here.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
See what happens. And then pick 247, which is the end. You know what? I'm going to go, let's see here. Best linebacker.
Let's see. Who we got.
Jacoby McLean out of Auburn. I'm just picking him to finish up the draft. I just picked him just to see what happened. All right, here we go. User picks. We have Cam Jurgens, Zach Tom, Tyquan Thornton, and Jacoby McLean.
Okay. I wish we had.
I have to admit, I don't think we're going to go offensive lineman the first two. Although I like, both these guys could be potential starters down the line with the right coaching. Jurgens definitely, I think, could be a starter. Zach Toms would be up in the air.
Yeah.
Tyquan Thornton, though, I think could be a really decent wide receiver. I like him. He's 6'2", 177.
Yeah, they don't have a ton of size.
He's a 3-star recruit out of Florida. So he's definitely, he'd be back home. He's a 4-star recruit. The kid had skills. I don't know. Here's what I'll say. So we went through a lot of different draft picks today.
Yes.
I think we realized a couple things. We realized that the Dolphins are probably going to go. If those linebackers we had originally are there, any one of those four,
we got it. It's on linebacker.
They draft them with that first pick in the third round.
Yeah.
You think there is a reality where we move up into the second, but it would have to be for the right player.
Nah.
You don't think so? Okay.
There's a.
You think it's more likely we trade back from 102?
I think at the end of the day they're gonna pick somebody at 102, but I think they
trade back at 125.
No. I'm saying with the number 102 pick, I think they're gonna pick somebody there.
I got you. I understand. Do you think that at 125, do we trade back at 125? We made a mock draft here. Will we?
Yeah, it's a possibility because they don't have any They don't have a 6th-round pick, so that's a pretty big gap between 5. Like, they could move back a couple picks and then maybe get an extra 6th rounder or something like that. But yeah, I think there's like a 0.001 chance that they move back into the second round. If they move up, it's gonna be like maybe to the middle of the third round, and then they're gonna have to dip into the 2023 draft capital or give up that 4th round pick.
Yeah.
And I don't see them doing that.
I'll say two things. So after seeing what we did, I think we draft at 102. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think 125, if there's somebody that they like, they could eventually draft up. They might go back. But I don't know if with that being said, I don't think we pick at 125. How about that? So I don't know if
I could
trade up or trade back.
Yeah.
But I don't think we have that 125 pick. I think we'll trade that 125 pick. Whether that's away entirely or to move up or move back, that's to be determined. But I'll say that my prediction is we don't draft at 125.
No, I think that's fair. That's fair to assume. And again, we don't know the Dolphins' perception of the draft class. The general consensus is that it's a deep class. So if that's true, you would think that they would try to maneuver and find ways to maybe accumulate an extra pick this year. I think that there's a possibility and there's ways to do that, as we've just seen.
Yeah. And then the last thing I'll say is I think that we go offensive line or inside linebacker, depending on who's available at that 102 pick. And then in the late rounds, those 2 7th rounders, and maybe we get a 6th rounder. I think it'll be wide receiver, running back, maybe even, if there's somebody that they absolutely love. If Ariza's there at 6 or 7, which I would be amazed if he is. I know in the one draft we had, he was still there at the 7th round. I mean, I think you got to take a flyer on Matt Ariza if he's there in the 7th round.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I might ask.
I don't think he'll be there.
But I don't even know what the numbers are in terms of like how much they gave him. But I don't know if that would necessarily prohibit them from.
If Ariza's there at the 6th or 7th round and they have that pick and he's there,
that you just have to
100% take the flyer on him. But yeah. I don't think they're going out of their way to trade up for him or anything like that. So
exactly.
Offensive line, inside linebacker is probably where they're going in that first 102 pick. And then everything and then everything else from there, I don't think they draft 125. But that doesn't mean they don't move up. Or that doesn't mean they don't move back.
Yeah.
But that's I think that's what I've gotten out of this last hour with you.
Yeah, I mean,
those solids.
there's really good depth at inside linebacker, so I think there's definitely
Mhm.
going to be guys available in the end of the third and at that 125 pick, and then as well as interior offensive line. I mean, there is good depth. You know, you might not have the high end guys talent, but you could find starters. I mean, I think that one of the research I did the past 5 years, there were 5 rookies who started at least 7 games at center, and they were drafted in the third round or later. So you can find guys at interior offensive line, and they can contribute in year one.
Are you going to Vegas?
Nah.
All right, so you're doing draft night from home. Thursday night will be a pretty quiet night, right?
Friday night will be fairly quiet as well.
You don't think there's any way they I mean, it'll be second and third round, so we'll get a third round pick.
Yeah.
And then as far as anything else is concerned, by the way, it's Thursday, April 28th. So, I mean, it's literally less than 10 days away.
Yeah.
Next Thursday, the draft. And you know what happens after that? The schedule release.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how that shakes out.
Just real quick, early prediction. We'll talk more about it as it gets closer. How many national TV games do the Dolphins have this year?
I'll say 3.
Yeah, I think the over/under's 3, and I would like to say the over because of all the moves that they made.
Nah, the AFC West is gonna get a ton of those. They're gonna get a ton of those. I think the Dolphins, because the Dolphins don't. I think they got 3 last year because they got a Monday night, they got a Thursday night, and they also got the standard.
Aaron Rodgers goes to South Florida, right? Green Bay comes here, right?
I think so.
That would totally be a primetime game.
I'd like to see. So I'd like to see the schedule makers not schedule the Dolphins and the Browns during Watson's expected suspension, and I'd hope that'd be like a mid to late season, like Sunday nighter. I would really enjoy that. But I think we'll get one of those. Maybe we'll get like a Patriots Dolphins Thursday night game, and the Dolphins will get.
So if there's 3 primetime games, do 2 of them happen at Hard Rock and 1 away, or 2 happen away and 1 at Hard Rock?
I'm not sure because they have there's a lot of possibilities. I mean, they play the Bengals. I think they play the Bengals. Yeah, they play the Bengals next year. Pretty sure they play the Chargers. Yeah, you brought it up. So I mean, there's a lot of really good.
Play at Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean that's a possible. I mean, Baltimore's going to get 4 or 5.
Baltimore beatdown, by the way. We will have a huge tailgate, so be on the lookout for all that. Everybody watching. Just real quick, a shameless plug, real quick. We got the Baltimore beatdown 2022 Dolphins Ravens, hosted by Miami Sports Music and myself. That's going to be a lot of fun. So be on the lookout for more information of that. Yeah. All right. Back to this.
I mean, Buffalo could be a Sunday night game. I mean, New England could be a Sunday night game. Cleveland could be a Sunday night game. Or a national game.
So here's the top 3 games that I think could be. I think the Packers game will be. Right?
But why that one?
Because Aaron Rodgers and Tyreek Hill. I mean, come on, like that'll be. I think that'll be primetime exclusive. I could totally see that being a primetime game. Right?
I don't think the Dolphins are there yet where you're going to put Aaron Rodgers with the Dolphins.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I think for sure one of those divisional games is going to be a.
So the question is it Buffalo or the Patriots? And I would say it's more likely it's the Patriots than Buffalo.
I think it'd be Buffalo.
See, I disagree. I think it'll be the Patriots, and I think that Patriots game will be. I don't think it'll be here. I think it'll be more likely there, the primetime game. So we take the primetime game in New England. We take a home game at the Packers. So what's the third primetime game? And I think you could say Chicago, Justin Fields, and Tua. That's potential one. You could put Burrow in Tua, Cincinnati, right?
So you gotta look at multiple. You gotta look at the names and the markets. So when Chicago gets those primetime games, and they get a lot, we've talked about that.
They
It's
get
usually-
3 or 4 a year, and
It's
they don't
usually, but
deserve
it's usually in division. So I don't, and I'm just looking at the markets and the names. I don't think that they'd put those.
Well,
two.
I mean, here's a perfect one. Herbert at the Chargers. Herbert
I
versus
could see
Tua.
that. I could see
Like
that as
that-
a Sunday night game or a Monday night game. I could see that.
100%. You know,
And we also have to keep something in mind. This is the first year where they can flex the Monday night games after like week 10.
that's crazy, by the way, that they can do that.
So if the Dolphins are on a crazy run, if the Dolphins start out like 7-3, 8-2, they're fighting with the Bills for the AFC East.
100%. I think it goes to 5 games. I think we easily. So here's what I'll say. I think when the schedule comes out, 2 to 3 games are in prime time already. But
I think 3 is a very good number, especially with the matchups that they have there.
But what I'll say is when the season is all said and done, I think we have 5. I think we'll have 5 because I think we get flexed twice.
I respect it.
I think we'll get and I could see a 49ers game getting flexed. I could see the Chargers. I think the Chargers game will actually be in there. And I think the Patriots and you think the Bills is the division. So let's just say one of those games, vice versa, gets flexed. So I mean, look, maybe there's
It's a possibility. Again, I think
games.
that the AFC is gonna get a ton, and I think that they're gonna schedule. Well, they're probably gonna put a lot of these matchups earlier in the season because they want to account for like whether there's injuries or anything like that. But again, it's gonna be tough. I think that especially because when you get certain markets in there, like even if we get like a Chicago and a Green Bay, I mean they're not gonna. Although it might not be the most interesting matchup, they're not gonna flex that out. I mean they're just not because it's one of the biggest names in the NFL and 2 legacy franchises in a big market. They're just not gonna do that. So I think yeah they're gonna get like 3 nationally televised games, and then depending on how well the team is doing, there's the possibility. But I think the Dolphins are going to have to be like head and shoulders like in the playoff hunt and one of the best teams in the AFC for them to get flexed.
Well, prepare to have your mind blown, Daniel, because that's what's going to happen. We're going to be one of the best teams in the AFC. So, I said right now the Dolphins, as it stands, as the crow flies, Daniel, we are 7th, 8th, 9th best team, 7th to 9th best team in the AFC.
That's not flex material. That's not flex material.
Hold on. I said as it flies on paper.
Okay.
If it turns out that McDaniel's offense is better than what is instituted, Applebaum's able to coach up the O-line, things go our way, I mean, we then move into 4th, 5th, and 6th. But right now, I feel like we're 7, 8, and 9. And I'm okay with saying that. I don't have anything to base that off of except my roster. My roster is better than it was at the end of last year. And where did we finish last year? We finished 10th, right?
Yeah. Well, they were 1 game out of the playoffs.
Yeah. So, I mean, with that being said, I think we're 7, 8, and 9 right now. 7 gets us into the playoffs. So I think we're a playoff caliber team.
That's fair. There's like 11 playoff caliber teams in the AFC though.
That I get, but let me ask you.
It's going to be a dogfight.
It's going to be a dogfight, Craig. It's a dogfight.
Team in 2022 than they were last season and still not make the playoffs, and that's a legitimate thing.
A bar fight. That's what he said.
What?
I was trying to quote Kevin Garnett to Craig Sager on TNT back in the day. It's a bar fight, Craig. Craig, it's a bar fight.
All the fights. The Dolphins could be an improved team in 2022 and miss the playoffs. And that's not no knock on the Dolphins. That just speaks to how competitive the AFC is going to be. I mean, you got to put the 3 teams in the AFC North, every team in the AFC East. I mean, the AFC West. So that's 7. The Bills, that's 8. The Titans, that's 9. And then you could throw the Colts in there, I guess. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for sure. But
Titans, Chiefs, Bills, Bengals. Bengals was in the Super Bowl. Raiders, Patriots, Steelers, Colts.
I think the Dolphins are better than the Patriots, though. They're without a doubt better than the Patriots.
I think they're better than the Steelers. I think they're better than the Patriots. So they're already better than the final 2 playoff teams from last year, in my opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Colts, I think they're better than the Colts. I understand Matt Ryan is in Indy now, and I get how Indy is. I understand that, but I still think we're better than Indy.
That's fair, but I don't think that you would say, like, I think they have a better roster on paper, but I don't think that you would say, like, for sure, without a doubt, they're better than the Colts. I mean, the Colts they've
all right, so we're right there. So you think we're right there with the Colts?
Yeah.
And we're right there with the Chargers.
Yes. For this year solely, I think they're right there with the Browns. If Watson wasn't suspended for 6 or how many games he gets, I would say the Browns are definitely better than the
Broncos. Broncos now have Russell.
They're going to be up there with the Dolphins.
Ravens.
The Ravens are going to.
You gotta think they're going to be better.
I mean, the Ravens are going to get 8 guys back from injury, and they have 10 draft picks. So
I get that. Okay, but here's the reality, Daniel. You brought this up, by the way. I was ready to wrap it up with you. Then you had to go and say, "Look, all right. Here's the thing, Daniel." And I'm sorry for taking up your time this morning.
All good.
The Dolphins had the best offseason out of any of those teams. Would you not? Do you not agree with that statement?
The Dolphins had a very good offseason.
They had the best offseason out of any of them.
They had a very good offseason, but offseason champs don't count for any wins. Everyone's still 0-0.
I get that. We are wins. So in baseball, they have a stat, and I think they have it in football, but I know they definitely have it in baseball called wins above replacement.
Okay.
All right, which basically means a certain player is going to give you X amount of more wins because he's on your roster.
Yeah.
So, for example, Mike Trout's WAR, I think, is like 8 or 9. Which means with him being on your team, you're easily going to win 8 or 9 more games
than you would have if you got like a replacement level player.
Correct.
An average level player, yeah.
Correct. And I even think his WAR is probably higher than that. But let's just say that's the case, right?
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill's WAR has to be a 2 for us. So I think by having a Tyreek Hill on your team, he easily gives you 2 extra wins than what you have. Because let's throw this out there. An average, something that might have been a first down might be a touchdown with him. A 2 or 3 yard slant pass might be an 8 or 9 yard because of yards after catch. So you got to think he's somebody who helps progress the drive. So instead of a 3 and out, or instead of, not crossing the 50-yard line, you now have a player that extends drives. And that's what Tyreek Hill does. And Raheem Mostert, if he can stay healthy, does the same exact thing for the Miami Dolphins. I think his WAR is a 0.5 or a 0.7, which is good in the NFL. Let's just throw that out there. So I think Raheem Mostert fully healthy could even get you a 1. So now you have a Raheem Mostert, you have a Tyreek Hill, you got to add guys like Cedric Wilson in that speed, plus McDaniel's offense instituted. I'm telling you, we win 2 or 3 more games than what we did last year.
I am very bullish on the Dolphins. I've said it multiple times. I think the Dolphins are going to be a hard out for every single team that they play. But I did say this a couple weeks ago. I said not only do you have to be very good, you got to be very lucky. So right now we're speaking in a perfect scenario. We're not speaking about how much the defense may regress, if it regresses at all. That's still to be determined. That's still we're saying if Matt Applebaum develops the offensive line to the way we expect it to be. We're saying if, the transition to this new offense is seamless, if the defense remains a top 10 unit, if they stay healthy. Because I will say, knocking on wood, the Dolphins have actually been very, very healthy the past couple years, especially at the premium positions. I know Tua lost he lost a couple games last year, and you can make the argument if Tua was there, maybe they actually do make the playoffs. You can make that argument. I will not sneeze at that. Yeah, I mean, but again, you got to be very good, but you also got to be very lucky. In the AFC, I mean, I'm only 24. I've never seen the AFC be this good in terms of the depth of the divisions. I mean, The AFC has 3 teams. The AFC North has 3 teams that can make the playoffs. The AFC West has 4 teams. The Dolphins are going to be an uphill fight just to win their own division. And the seventh playoff spot does help, but it's not going to I think there's a very good chance that you're going to need to win for sure 10 or maybe 11 games just to get one of those final playoff spots.
All right.
I mean,
let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Do we not agree the Dolphins players added to the roster wins above replacement are 2 at minimum?
I don't know. I'm not. I don't know the war stuff.
They improved their current roster by 2 wins at minimum.
I'll say this: they've added players. They've added top players at premium positions who I think will have legitimate impacts on.
And I think at minimum it gives us 2 extra wins, which puts us at an 11-win team from last year's team, right? Minimum. So
they're going to be in the playoff hunt. They will. I will say that.
At minimum, we're the 3 seed in the AFC with 2 extra wins.
But you gotta say, how competitive is the AFC going to be this year?
Bro, they still got to face each other. They have to beat each other.
If you don't win the division, you're going to be a 5 seed at minimum. So there's that. Are the Dolphins going to win the AFC East?
Bro, there was 12 wins for the Chiefs and Titans. Titans played in a weak division.
Yes,
whoever they're not a 12-win team. They played in a weak division.
But whoever wins the AFC South is probably going to have 11 or 12 wins this year.
That's fine, but they're a weak division, right? The Chiefs, I mean, look, the AFC West is going to be fired. Do you think the Chiefs are going to get 12 wins this year?
Probably not, but whoever comes out of that division is probably going to have 10 or
11. I think 11 wins gets you the AFC West this year.
Potentially.
And if any team gets more than that, they're the number 1 seed in the AFC, whether the record shows it or not.
All right. But we got to go to the AFC. Well, let's go to the AFC East. Are the Dolphins going to win the AFC East?
I'm not ready to make that statement.
Because if they don't, that's what I mean. If they don't, they're a 5 seed minimum. That's what I'm saying. They could win 11 games and still be like a 5-6 seed.
I'm worried about the wins-loss record, right?
Okay.
And there was only one AFC team to win 11 games last year, and that was Buffalo. And so the question is, do we win one of the 2 games against Buffalo this coming up year? I'd like to think that we will.
I picked them to win one of those games last year, and they made me look stupid. So I hope, for my sake, they can win one of these games.
I think we sweep the Jets again.
Okay.
I think we sweep the Patriots again. And as long as we beat one of those 2 games in Buffalo, we are an 11 to 12 win team off the bat, which puts us.
That's a tough schedule, by the way. You didn't mention that's a tough schedule.
I get it. Like you're talking about for this year, right? For the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's a tough schedule.
I mean, it is, but all right, let's just quickly go down that, right?
I got them at 11 wins right now. For the record, I got them at 11 wins right now. We'll see what happens. Like just kind of looking at the schedule and see.
I had about 12. I had about 12 because I think there's a game, and not that I think that their team is better than that, or the teams that we're playing are not as good as us. I think that I'm just telling you, there's something about having a Tyreek Hill on your team and a Mike McDaniel offense that we hope. Let me use the word hope is in there. I like what you say. You're bullish on them. I think that's a good way to say it, right? But if McDaniel's offense is instituted or is implemented the way that we hope it's going to be, bro, this team is good. There's no defense that's going to stop them.
No defense is going to stop them. Are they going to be?
The speed is unmatched.
Are the Dolphins going to be a top 15? Are the Dolphins going to be a top 15 offense in 2022?
100% yes, without a doubt.
No
doubt in my mind.
Okay.
No doubt in my mind.
That would be a major leap to go from 20. I mean, well, not a major leap, but from 24 or whatever they were to top 15 would be a significant leap in year 1.
Yeah, but look at they revamped the entire backfield, Daniel. They bring in Tyreek Hill. They bring in Cedric Wilson. That's who's to say there's still left that's out there. Look, I mean, we don't know what else they're going to do on the offensive side. And we already know what George Kittle did in a McDaniel offense. Imagine.
Gesicki isn't George Kittle, but go ahead.
Having him in this offense, though, is going to be crazy good.
No, for sure. For sure.
He's a playmaker. And there's speed upon speed. Here's the other thing I don't think we think about. Raheem Mozart and Chase Edmonds out of the backfield catching.
Nah, it's going to be a dynamic offense. I'm curious
We think
to
of
see
them in the run.
I'm curious to see what San Francisco went from 2016 to 2017, which I believe was 2017 was the first year of Shanahan, and McDaniel, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see.
Here, I'm going to go out on a limb.
Yeah, I'm listening.
The Dolphins are going to start out 3-1. Dolphins
You
are
ain't
going to
even
start out
seen
3-1.
You ain't even seen the schedule.
Don't care. They're going to start out 3-1.
I mean, you ain't even seen the schedule. Though. What if
They're going to start out 3-1?
What if they got the Bengals, the Chargers?
Keep the receipt, people. The Dolphins will start out 3-1. Level 2 Noob says Steven's gone totally blind loyalty now. It's weird. He used to at least try to be objective. Look, I'm on the hype train. I can't lie. I'm biased, but I am on the hype train. I bought into the hype a little bit,
which is good.
I bought a ticket to the movie.
Times in South Florida. You should be excited. Ain't no problem with that.
1, 2, 3, 4 up says Level. I totally agree. Tyreek turned Steven into a complete homer. Do we win our first game? Yes. If it's against Buffalo, I question it, which is why I say 3-1.
So the year before Shanahan and McDaniel arrived in San Francisco, according to DVOA, which I like, Football Outsiders, I like that stuff. They were the 24th ranked offense in San Francisco the year before they arrived.
Okay.
And in 2017, they were 19th. But I will say, I think that if numbers are correctly, they have better personnel. I think that because they traded for Garoppolo midseason, I believe that year, something like that. So I think that they have better personnel.
There's already cohesiveness. So what is that? A 6-spot jump there?
Like 5.
5.
So the Dolphins in 2021.
And so I think you can add another 3 or 4 at minimum. We have a top 15 team and offense in the NFL already.
Well, the Dolphins were 24 in last season. They were 24.
So I think they can jump up 9 spots easily. I think they jump up 10.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, as long as we're not saying they're going to go to the Super Bowl. I mean,
I never said that.
Yeah.
Here's what I said. I said we're an 11. I said 9 last year. I think we're 2 above that this year. So that puts us at 11, which makes us the 3 seed in the AFC. The 3 seed in the AFC gives us a home game, in my opinion.
Well, that means they win. That means they win the division. That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to quite say. I know I just said that. I'm contradicting myself. We're an 11-win team. We're an 11-win team with the possibility of having the division if we can find a way to stop Buffalo. I'm not sold on we can stop Buffalo yet. That's my honest opinion of it. So, Buffalo scares me, and I'm okay to say that.
I mean, Buffalo won. How many games did Buffalo win last year?
11.
I mean, the Dolphins won. They were only 2 games out, and they got swept. So, yeah,
11. But Buffalo has our number. Like, they get us. Now the hope is, okay. I said we're starting out 3-1. Some of that is a surprise attack, right? Like the Dolphins are going to come out with this new explosive offense, and the first couple of weeks of no real game film, people are going to be like, "How the heck do we stop this offense?"
But you could flip it the other way and say it's going to take a couple of weeks for that to really gel.
I said that a couple of weeks ago, but speed, I think, kills all of that. I think speed kills all of that.
I think, again, a lot of it will come down to how good this offensive line is, because there's certain things that we know that they're going to be good at. I think that I actually think that, especially after the trade of Tyreek Hill, I think they're not gonna run the ball as much as I had envisioned. But
Daniel, what you're telling me, and what I've heard from other people, is that the AFC got so much better that there's going to be multiple 11, 12, 13-win teams.
No. I didn't say that. I didn't say there's going to be multiple.
That's what I'm hearing from
you. But I said that this isn't going to be like the Dolphins are just going to like a run through. I mean, bring up the schedule again. They're not running through anybody. And I'm gonna just go quarterbacks and say, like, look at the quarterbacks they have to play. And it's like they're not gonna run. They're not gonna have a stretch last year where they were playing like 5 backup level quarterbacks.
All right, Lamar Jackson, we know we can stop. That's a win.
Whoa.
Yeah,
You can't just say that's stop it.
Oh, yeah, I am 100%. We beat Baltimore. We're beating Justin Fields. I'm not so sure about Burrow. So Burrow's a loss. I'm just going to throw it out there to say that's probably a loss, right? I'm not worried about Goff. Allen is a loss. I'm not worried about Wack Jones. I'm not worried about whoever the quarterback is for the Jets. Who cares? I got to think that I personally think Cleveland's going to fall flat on their face, even with Deshaun. I think that's going to blow up in Cleveland just because it's going to be that so Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's so. Look.
Waller in for a rude awakening.
You think Cleveland's going to show up and all of a sudden take over the AFC?
Cleveland has a championship level roster. Yes, they have one of the best rosters in the
NFL. Okay. All right. So
I don't like the Watson situation and everything, but you're lying to yourself if you look at that roster and say that team doesn't have one of the best rosters in the NFL, and now they have one of the best quarterbacks.
If we face Deshaun, then maybe it's potentially a loss. If Deshaun's not there, we win that game all day long. Just throwing that out there. Pittsburgh, that's a win. Who's quarterback there this year? Mitchell Trubisky. Although I will say this, I do want to throw this out for the record. Mitchell Trubisky on Pittsburgh will be a better quarterback than he's ever been in his entire tenure in the NFL. And they are easily a 9 to 10 win team with Mitchell Trubisky on their roster.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
They got a crappy, like they're going to have an easier schedule.
Yeah, I guess, but it's not doing it for me.
Okay, all right. The Packers, that's a loss. Minnesota Vikings, that's
people bag on Kirk, but
Kirk Cousins can throw up 400 yards in a game and 4 touchdowns. He might throw 3 interceptions too, but he's going to be there. So I don't know. I put a question mark there, and I put a question mark on Cleveland, right? We beat Patriots. We beat the Jets. I'm not going to say that's another loss to the Bills. That's 3 guaranteed losses I have. Only 3. Only 3, sir.
I hear you.
All right. Chargers. Herbert. That offense. It's like, I don't know. That's a question mark.
I want to play a quick game because I got to get out soon. But I want to play a quick game for you. I want to bring up last year. These are the quarterbacks that the Dolphins beat last year. The starting quarterbacks: Mac Jones, Lamar Jackson, Joe Flacco, Zach Wilson, Cam Newton, Mike Glennon, Ian Book, and then Mac Jones again.
Okay.
Those are the quarterbacks that the Dolphins beat last year.
And the quarterbacks they lost to?
Josh Allen, Derek Carr, Carson Wentz, Tom Brady, Trevor Lawrence, Matt Ryan, Josh Allen again, and what's his name? Tennessee Titans quarterback, Ryan Tannehill. You see like a clear, stark difference in the quarterbacks and the teams that were leading the teams that they beat and the quarterbacks that were leading the teams that they lost to. You see
So
I don't think
when I hear a statement like that, then you, sir, a blanket statement like that means that you're blaming the defense for the losses.
I'm not blaming the defense. Nah, I'm not blaming the defense at all.
That's what it sounds like.
I'm not blaming the defense at all.
That's what
I think that there was blame to go on both sides in those losses. They had a defense that did not play up to its standard against upper echelon or better quarterbacks in an offense that was not capable.
There's 3 games that stick out to me: Vegas, Tennessee, and Atlanta. Those 3 games stick out to me, and Jacksonville too. Those 4 games stick out to me. 3 of those 4 games easily, with 1 or 2 different ways of those games going, they turn into wins and we're in the playoffs last year.
You can flip it a lot of different ways last year and say if they didn't play some of the terrible quarterbacks that they played last year, they would have not even been in that situation. They would have even won. But that's neither here or there. But I'm just saying, on its face.
You're saying on both ways.
I'm saying
I can sit here and play this game that, hey, 3 or 4 things go our way, we're all of a sudden a better team. You're saying, bro, if they weren't playing that many bad quarterbacks, maybe it was even worse than what it was.
saying, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the excitement and the encouragement about the team is.
Are you trying to bring me down to earth, Daniel? Because I don't appreciate you trying to bring me down to earth.
My job is to be objective and to be realistic. And there is a lot to be excited about this team, but there are also some very fair questions about this team. This team is not going to run. If they run through the NFL next year, I will come on your show and say I was completely wrong and you were right. But there's a lot to be excited about.
Well, be prepared to come on my show.
The players have said it as well. Like Mike Gesicki said, well, everybody's excited in April, but we got to put in the work and make it all come together. And not only do you have to be very good, but you got to be very lucky. So it's definitely going to be a tough road ahead, but there's definitely reason for excitement. I'll say that.
Question: did you watch any of the USFL this weekend?
Nah, I didn't. I saw a little clip of the player that got cut over the chicken salad.
Chicken salad, right? Chicken salad game. I'm going to talk about that here in a minute because I think it's funny. I just wanted to know if you had watched and saw any of like the camera angles or anything like that, or if there was anything you see the NFL adopting.
Nah, I gotta check it out coming days. I didn't see the first weekend.
When you do, let me know. I'm interested to know what your thoughts if you think the NFL will be adopting. All right, man. Look, I've had fun with you. This is the longest I've ever had you on, ever.
So.
We talked about everything today when it came. We did extensive draft coverage. Extensive. Very important. What we said is going to happen. So take it to the bank. Everything we said, guaranteed. No, I'm just playing. Don't do that. Don't keep the receipt. Please don't keep the receipt. Bro, this was awesome. I really enjoyed this very, very much. Tell the people where they can find you and all your stuff.
Yeah, you can follow me on social media at Daniel Oyefusi, just like you see it below me. If you want to read any of my work, Miami Herald, MiamiHerald.com. We have a sports-only pass, if you're just interested in sports. Go on MiamiHerald.com and figure that out. Updating, I just got up my next draft preview earlier this morning, inside linebackers. So we talked about a lot about the inside linebackers. I have two others that were posted last week on centers, some of the offensive tackles that the Dolphins can get. So definitely check that out. And every week we have the Dolphins in Depth podcast. I'm getting ready to record it. We're about to cut it up close to my time. I have a really knowledgeable guest coming on this week to talk about some prospects.
Can you tell us who?
Brandon Thorne, who is a real offensive line, defensive line specialist. He does a weekly, not a weekly podcast, but a newsletter called the Trench Warfare newsletter, where he has a lot of really interesting stuff on both sides of the line. So I'm excited to kind of pick his brain about who the Dolphins could potentially target. So that'll be up tomorrow.
That sounds like it'll be a lot of fun. I'll have to listen to
it. Yeah. Excited for that one.
All right, man. Look, draft coverage, should they be following you on Twitter and everything?
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be a little quiet than most years. It's not, they don't have 3 first-round picks like a couple years back. But, yeah. I mean, we'll have updates.
Just be happy with this now, because next year.
Yeah, we'll see about next year.
That might
be a busy year. That might be a busy year. So I'll enjoy this next weekend for sure.
Daniel, I love you, brother. Thank you for coming out. We'll see you next Tuesday on Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, the Miami Herald, Miami Dolphins report. Daniel Oyefusi, love you, brother. Be good, man.
Yes, sir. You too, man. Talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clap Blockers. I hope you all enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun hanging out with him. We got a great rest of the show lined up for you. I hope you all enjoyed that. If you haven't done so already, let's just hit the reset button here, because we got a lot more to talk about this morning. Hit the like button. Hit it. Tap it. 85 of y'all watching, hit the like button. Can't do this without y'all. That's one. Number 2, make sure you share this. See the little share link right below? Hit that share link. Go on Twitter and tag me at Stephen D. SKPL right there. Tag me. And let the people know, hey, look, at Stephen D. SKPL is live right now on Miami Sports Music. Go check it out. Can't do it without you. Also, want to remind you guys, too, if you donate to the channel in increments of 10, ZSM Sports, who is a sponsor of the show, is this week's weekly giveaway, which we'll do on Friday. Anybody who donates in increments of 10 is going to win an autographed 8x11 Javon Holland photo. An 8x11 autographed Javon Holland photo is this weekly ZSM Sports weekly giveaway. which we do each and every Friday. We just started it. It's been a lot of fun. So if you donate in increments of 10, it helps the channel grow. It goes such a long way. You can do it on PayPal or Cash App. Cash App is MSM Podcast Network, or you can also do PayPal, which is MSM Podcast Network. All right, so it helps the channel grow by donating. And if you get a chance, you get a chance to add to your man cave or your fan cave collection or your woman cave, whatever cave you got, or your office or anything. It'll be a nice little piece, a Javon Holland 8x11 autograph photo, which will also be certified and everything. So good stuff. Make sure you guys donate, help the channel grow, and let's go. All right, how y'all been? How y'all been? This has been a good show so far. Look, there are a couple things I want to talk about. And we'll get into the Dolphins chat, and I'll bring you on, and I'll open up the panel. Number one was I watched the USFL this weekend. I watched a little bit of that. And the reason that I brought it up is I always find it funny that when a new league comes in, I'm like, okay, what are they doing that the NFL is going to adopt? And there were two things that I thought were really, really cool that I could totally see the NFL adopting. And I'm interested to know what you guys thought of it. Because, I remember the NFL for a very long time doing trying to adopt the overhead cam. The sky cam came from the XFL. Going into the huddle came from the XFL. Hearing mic'd up stuff, I believe that came a lot from the XFL. But it's really cool to see this drone camera, because I think that's something that's new, and I can totally see the NFL adopting it. And I was wondering what you guys thought of it, if you guys saw it at all. Because I was blown away by it. Absolutely blown away by the drone shots of the of it here. Let me share this. This is a shot from this weekend. This is a drone camera angle. I think it was cool. And I totally see the NFL adopting it. That was from this weekend. The kickoff ones were the cool ones, though. The kickoff ones. And the communication with the refs is a big plus. Yeah, I enjoyed that. The head coach talking with the refs was pretty cool. Yep, I like that too. I enjoyed that as well. Fronsky says, what I like about the USFL is a defense-heavy football until now because the team just had 3 weeks to install offense. Better be a good operator. Yes, that is true. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Here's another one that I thought was good. These are players' camera helmets. Helmet cameras. They were good too. These are wild looking at it. These are wild to look at. I think it was really interesting to see that. So yeah, I thought the USFL had some really good things. The other thing is, what was it? Chicken Salad Gate. Chicken Salad Gate came from the USFL this weekend. I thought it was really good. Flipside Fishing said, what league is that? That's the USFL, brand new league that debuted this past weekend in Birmingham, Alabama. There's 10 teams. They're inside of a bubble inside of Birmingham. And Fox and NBC networks are the ones that are covering it. I think it'll do one season, but I think there are things about it that I found really good. There's a lot of players from the AAF and the XFL that are in these teams. The players, I think, are making like they can make upwards up to $4,500 a month, or even a week, I think, in some certain players' cases, which is very interesting. So it's a 10-week league. Top 4 teams, I think, make the playoffs. And then there's championship, so there's 2 weeks of playoffs. So it'll be interesting to see what the USFL does here. I liked it. There was a chicken salad gate here. There's a funny story that's coming out of the USFL. And the USFL, the Pittsburgh Maulers, had a player that was cut by their team. Why did I think that this is interesting? Davon Smith. Okay. So they have a show that's on their thing called United by Football. It's a weekly USFL all-access docuseries. Okay. And in this all-access docuseries, they had a player that was cut by the team. And here, let me go player cut USFL. And so this is from the Pittsburgh Maulers, right? And the reason I bring this up because it's a very funny story. It's a very interesting story. I don't know if funny is the right word, but it's interesting. And I wanted to bring up to you guys. So here is this guy. It's a 2-minute long segment of this guy getting cut from his team, the Pittsburgh Maulers. If you guys can hear it, let me know. You guys might not be able to hear it. Let me stop the screen. Share screen. Here we go. There we go.
John Peters, personnel director.
What's up, man? Good morning, man.
Well, he crossed the line. So we had to deal with it.
This is very difficult for me as a head coach. It's my first time. But we have a business. Okay, this is business, and you're a businessman. We all are, because that's the nature of the beast right now. But when I first talked to you guys on March 22nd, I had a handbook. I covered some items that were very important to me.
Line 46 addresses that. Any disrespect of football or members, staff, USFL, hotel, etc., would not be tolerated.
And it's been brought to my attention that has occurred with you. So unfortunately, hear me out. Unfortunately, cost of doing business, I'm going to have to let you go. Okay?
I didn't think I did anything or said anything disrespectful.
I can tell you what happened exactly.
It's not important right now.
Right.
It's not important.
I don't know.
It's already happened.
Right.
It's already happened.
I didn't say anything disrespectful. He said, is that going to be a problem? I said, yes. That's it. And I walked away. I mean, I didn't think that was disrespectful. Me saying, yes, I don't eat chicken salad. And I was like, is there another option? Walked in with pizza. And I was like, can I get a slice of pizza? He said, no. I was like, he said, is that going to be a problem? I said, yes. That's all I said. I didn't say no cuss word, nothing. That's all I said. I promise you. No disrespectful on my dad's life. I promise you I didn't say nothing disrespectful besides yes.
And I appreciate you sharing that. But the matters, it's done. It's done. I appreciate you sharing that. But good luck.
Someone's feelings, hurt feelings, are a distant second to the greater good of the team. And we've moved on and turned that page, and I'm happy we did it.
I can't mope about something. Just go home, work. I ain't no dumb dude, so I'll figure it out.
I'm going to tell you.
So I thought this was interesting because, number one, I think the USFL, or any new league for that matter, adopted the hard knock style and said, we can do this to promote our game and to enhance our game. So I think it's very interesting, and I think it's a very popular thing that they did, and I'm glad that they did it. Now, to the fact of what happened, there's a big thing. So now it's going to, well, what did this player really do? Did he really get cut for ordering chicken salad? And that's the interesting part here, because Davion Smith, so the Pittsburgh Maulers were getting all this publicity. And so they made this statement. Let me bring this up into the screen. They made this statement. Pittsburgh Maulers statement on Davion Smith being cut from the team by on United by Football. On the first episode, the weekly USFL All Access docuseries on Fox, Smith was shown on camera being cut for our team by Coach Kirby Wilson. The show captures hundreds of hours of film with the intent of providing transparency to fans. But unfortunately, much of the context was left out of the moment. Smith had violated 3 team rules in a 24-hour span, and in this particular incident, disrespected a cafeteria worker, which wasn't captured on camera. Smith has subsequently reached out directly to Coach Wilson to apologize and asked to be reinstated to the Maulers roster. Why is this an interesting thing? Because he responded to it on Twitter, saying, "What rules did I break? Now you're lying on my name? Say less." So I go to his page, and he played in the XFL. Ron Zaleski is the operations manager of the Tampa Bay Vipers, which I believe actually might be the Arena Football League, said, I worked with him every day, 0 issues, professional and respectful. He's now having to come out. He said, I was never made aware of any that I violated any team rules, let alone 3 in a 24-hour span. I never disrespected anyone. Coach Kirby and I spoke after being released. In the talk, he said he'd certainly vouch for my character. Now, if I send screenshots of our exact conversation, who's the one lying? God does not like ugly. I'm still going to rock with my boy. So it's interesting to kind of see where this goes, because they have a league that are basically not just disrespecting, but smearing a man's character. The question comes in, is the team right and the league right, or is this guy right? Who's right and who's wrong here? What I'll say is, to say that somebody got cut for chicken salad, I don't believe that that was the case. I think there's something deeper here. But for them to come out and say now, like change their story, oh no, he was fired because of 3. Yeah, that is slander. That he was cut because of 3 violations, 3 team violations. Well, usually in a violation, you got to be notified. Hey, you violated team rules. Hey, X, Y, and Z, you violated, team rules, whatever. Now they're saying that wasn't the case, that he wasn't just fired for the incident in the lunchroom, that he was fired because he violated 3 team rules. Now, a team rule could be, and I don't know this for a fact, but it could be, hey, you're supposed to be in bed at 11 in your room. And maybe he was, getting something from the machine at 11:02 and going back to his room, and that's a team violation. He wasn't in his room by 11, which, there's some people that'll be like, okay, well, now you're being picky. Or, hey, he did the violation. That's a violation. Right? But from what he is saying that he didn't violate any rules. And Pittsburgh Maulers are now. So I say all this because I think the USFL might have a problem on their hands. Not with just this incident, but how they go about conducting people getting released or people being cut or whatever the case is down in the future. What do they allow to be televised? What do they not? Because the USFL created their own mess here, which I think is funny in itself. Now, here's the other thing. There's the saying of there's no good press. There's no bad press. There's only press. I am a Miami sports morning show where I talk about the Dolphins 90% of my show, 85% of my show. But I'm talking about the USFL this morning. That's good for the USFL. So it's very interesting to kind of see what they want, but I do think that the USFL has an issue on their hands here, and I'm interested to kind of see where this goes because, hey, it's sports, it's entertainment. There's a little bit of the reality TV in here, but I have to think that there's something, in particular here. I do think that the league is trying to maintain, hey, look, the food was chicken salad. We said from the beginning, whatever the food is, that's what it is. They don't get alternative. But I think that they probably had to say, hey, look, if you didn't like the primary option, here are the secondary options.
If you don't want this for your, food intake, whatever. I'm sure that there are things that they had to do in order to maintain a relationship with their players. Remember, they're all inside a bubble. They're all staying pretty much at the same team hotel, whatever the case is. Miss Finn says, this is ridiculous to be cut for chicken salad and to have food restrictions. And yes, if he wasn't notified, then that's wrong. Miss Finns, check your Twitter. I hit you up on Twitter this weekend. So I'm interested to kind of see where that goes. The other thing that I thought was interesting from this weekend too is to go back to the NFL, to the Miami Dolphins per se. There was a lot of changing of. I'm going back and forth, and I apologize. There's a lot of stuff that happened this weekend, and I want to make sure I touch on everything. To go back to the Dolphins real quick, the Dolphins released their new numbers. So I do want to go over their numbers, players' numbers. Okay? So here is the players' numbers that you'll see this year from the Miami Dolphins. Chase Edmonds, number 2. Lynn Bowden changing his number to 3. Morstead, 4. Hill, 10. Cedric Wilson, 11. Sherfield, 14. Streveler, 16. Crossan, 27. Mozart, 31. I like how they did all the players' numbers. Yeah, so those are, I guess, players that either changed their numbers and I'll go through it one more time. Edmonds, 2. Lynn Bowden goes to 3. Morstead is 4. Teddy Bridgewater's number 5. Tyreek Hill's number 10. Cedric Wilson's 11. Alec Ingold's number 30. Mozart's 31. Weird numbers. Take that 16 off. Shane Falco's going to need that when we sign him. No, Gino Almighty, Albert Wilson was not cut. That was not the case. But I just thought it was, interested to see some of those numbers. I like the way the Dolphins did that. That is interesting. But that's pretty much everything from this weekend. A lot of other stuff happened. NASCAR was fun. They raced on dirt in Bristol. I enjoyed watching that. Like I said, I watched the USFL. Baseball was fun this weekend. Marlins, they look good. They just need to get some things together. So it'll be very interesting to see where they come and what they're doing. Okay, let's see here. Miami Sports Music's number 1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. It's time for y'all, the fans. It's time for y'all, the fans. I'm opening up the link for you guys to come on. Floor is yours. And, let's have Dolphin chat. Dolphin chat for y'all. Talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. The weekend, it's Tuesday. We're back. We had a long extended weekend. It was good Easter weekend for a lot of you people. A lot of you beautiful people. Albert Wilson's still on the team. He is still on the team. All right, let me bring on the first person in here. Batman. What's up, Batman?
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me, Steven?
I can hear you, Batman. How are you, my friend?
How's it going this morning?
I had a long conversation this morning with our good friend Daniel Oyefusi. That was fun. And talked a lot about the draft that's coming up next Thursday. And we talked about the schedule. We talked about, wins and losses. So that was a lot of fun. And now I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling right now. I'm
I
glad to be
caught the
back
whole
with
show.
you
I
this
caught,
morning.
I caught the show as early as you guys started. I've been hearing, so I've been waiting for the panel to open up. But great show, great talking about the draft, specific players, trade scenarios, all that. That's all interesting, very interesting. I wanted to wish happy birthday to GOT real quick, and just hopefully everyone has a positive, beautiful day. No arguing, no fighting, and I want to just continue my day. I just want to say I appreciate you, Stephen. Thank you for everything.
I appreciate it, man. I enjoy it too, man. Thank you, man. Happy birthday to Gio. Oh, by the way, other big news that happened over the weekend. Our longtime friend, Chef Zhu, got engaged. Chef Zhu got engaged.
Congratulations, Chef Drew. That's awesome.
Congratulations,
That's
Chef Zhu, for getting engaged. Mazel tov, brother. Mazel tov.
That's awesome.
Yeah, excited for you, man. Thank you, man, for sharing that with me. He sent me some photos. And that was really cool, man. That was cool. So Chef Zhu getting engaged over the weekend. Congratulations. I like it when people's birthdays, engagements. That's what it's all about, man. It's the circle of life, Batman. It's the circle of life. You out there working in the truck today. I like it.
Yeah, man. I'm always in the truck. I always pull over. I just don't. Since I got a haircut over the weekend, I'm able to go on camera.
I like it. I like it. All right. All right. Let me
All right,
bring on.
guys. Fins up.
Fins up, man. Be good, Batman. Let me bring on EM Baller. What's up, EM Baller? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How y'all doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. Just working, listening to the show. Obviously, the best Miami sports morning show out there. Even though I don't live in Miami, but still,
that's all right.
Awesome show.
It is Miami fans. It's the #1 Miami fan show. You're a fan
Miami
of Miami
fans morning show.
There we go. I like it. I like it, man. I appreciate you saying that. Polo Pickett. What's up, Polo Pickett?
What's up?
I can barely hear you. You sound like you're going through a waterfall.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
A little bit better.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Oh, I like that, EM Baller. I like what you did there. What's up, Polo?
What's up? It's been a long time.
It has been a long time. Did I do something? Do you not like me anymore? Do you not love me, Polo?
No, I was in boot camp.
I know that's right. I know you were in boot camp.
It's to his fault.
Man, what the hell happened over the last 2 months? Like Tyreek Hill, crazy.
Hey man, crazy.
Tyreek Hill, Armstead, Mike McDaniel
That's right.
effect.
You haven't been here in 2 months. You've been in boot camp. When did you get the news that the Dolphins traded for Tyreek Hill? Were you in boot camp?
I was in boot camp, and like my petty officer was a Dolphin fan. He just told me. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
He's like, "Let's go." You got pumped up and did 10 miles, right?
Yeah, yeah.
How was boot camp?
Terrible. Funny and terrible.
Kenny, it was so terrible, Kenny. Now, for those of you who don't know, tell the people what branch of service you're in now.
I'm in the Navy.
The Navy.
Marine is aviation ordnance.
And are you going to school now, or are you getting stationed?
Yeah, right now I'm in A school. I'm in Great Lake, Chicago. It's terrible. I miss Miami weather so badly.
Nope, I have plenty of my father was Navy, my mother was Navy, my grandfather was Navy, my other grandfather was Navy. I know all about, I personally don't know about boot camps, but one of my best friends, longtime best friends, is Navy. And they all did their boot camps up there, so I'm very familiar with all that, man. But so you're in A school right now. How many weeks do you have in A school?
I have about 9 weeks. 9 weeks.
All right. So you're still there for another 2 months, 3 months.
Yep.
All right. Well, keep us updated, man. I'm glad you're back. Let me bring in somebody else to the channel. Crypto. What's up, Crypto?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, Polo, congratulations on your A school. I'm a sailor, so I would say congratulations, shipmate.
In the Navy.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I went to school in Pensacola.
Oh,
yeah, I was in aviation school.
Okay, all right.
I was air traffic control.
And you were, that's awesome, man. See, I look at all y'all Navy people. My dad was stationed in Norfolk and in Portsmouth for many, many years and was on like 3 or 4 different ships over the years. My brother is stationed overseas right now. Well, he's not my real brother, but he's like my best friend. He was the best man at my wedding. He's stationed overseas, but was stationed in what's the Navy base that's right there in the southern tip of Georgia, right before the Florida state line?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like, I think it's a submarine base down there.
Yeah, it's a very small base. He was there
Yeah.
for 3 years, and he was at Portsmouth. He was on the Wasp. My dad was on the Eisenhower, the Yosemite, which was a battleship. Was one of the last battleships that was there. Yeah, lot of different ships. Man, I love y'all Navy guys. Go Navy, beat Army. Yeah, I said it. I said it. All you Army people.
Congratulations on your service. I'm retired already, but I did serve as a pirate in the Caribbean, so I know what it's like for hard
I
work.
did serve in the pirate in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Let me bring on MCJB.
Yeah.
What's up, MCJB? How are
Are
you?
you talking
man?
about Fort Oglethorpe or Fort Frederica or that area?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. What's up, buddy? How are you? Where's your golf balls at? Where's your golf balls?
I gotta go upstairs and give my mama some coffee.
All right, that's why you're walking slowly. You're holding the phone and coffee at the same time.
Yep.
Don't spill it. Don't spill it, MCJB. Don't mess up your mama's floor.
I'm not. Hold on. Almost there.
Well, you look how he's like baby walking, trying to get to it.
I'm on the show.
Yeah, I've done that same thing. It'd
There you
be
go, mama.
wiggly and you still never.
Hey!
Hey, love it. All right, I'm gonna put you back on mute until you get back to your thing. Let me bring all the way from Germany, Franzi. What's up, Franzi?
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Franzi from Germany. We got Germany in the building this morning. I love it. Love it. Franzi, last week we had somebody from Australia on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. I like it. We got people from all over the world watching. We're worldwide here on the morning show.
We're worldwide. I'm from North America.
Yep. I like it. See? I like it. I'm from the streets. I'm from the streets in the country. All right. Hey, look, the floor is yours. I don't know what y'all want to talk about. What do y'all want to talk about? The floor is yours. What did y'all do? Matter of fact, let's start off. What did y'all do this Easter weekend? Go around the horn. What did y'all do this Easter weekend? Anybody can go first. There's nobody that's.
I had a get together. I was it had big Easter. We had a dinner. We just chilled out, and I actually watched services. I did the TV evangelism thing this weekend, so and I had the guest over.
All right, there we go. It
was a small gathering. It wasn't a big amount of
Nobody
people.
came over, but we pretty much sat in this weekend. Saturday we went to go see Sonic the Hedgehog movie. My kids and I. That was fun. I enjoyed that.
That's pretty traditional, Steven. The movies. I remember back in the day, I went to go see The Last Dragon. I'm dating myself now. I went to see The Last Dragon on Easter as a kid. How about that?
Crazy.
Nobody remembers the movie The Last Dragon.
We sure don't. That was like 100 years ago. We get it. We get it. You're old, Crypto. We get it. We understand.
I'm not that old. I'm not dinosaur old. I'm like not even fossil old. I'm what you call aged moss.
Aged moss. Okay. We also known as algae.
But it's the algae from the clean ocean. It's the good kind. It's the kind that keeps giving.
Flipside Fishing says that's one of my favorite all time. Bruce Leroy.
Show enough. Who's the master? Show enough.
Ryan AP says show enough. Lil Mike said Bruce Leroy. All right, I'm gonna have to watch that now. That sounds like
yep. You gotta go see it. The Last Dragon.
All right, who else we got up in here? Ian Baller, what'd you do this weekend, brother?
Not much. I chilled, ate some dinner, and I went to a little Easter get together. And there was this drunk rabbit that tried to fight one of my buddies, so I had to break it up. And I almost went to fist with a drunken rabbit, a person who was dressed like a rabbit and who was drunk. So nothing happened, but I was there. My the guy he picked on is not trained in any martial arts, and I am. So I had to make sure nothing happened, and nothing happened. So I just hung out with some buddies.
Look, man, hey, when the drunk rabbit gets involved, when alcohol and rabbits get involved, it gets a little crazy. Miss Finn says Bruce Lee, awesome movie. Low Mike says love the soundtrack. Look, you over here starting things over here, crypto. People getting all up in their feelings, like in a good way. You bringing back memories for people,
right? Who's the master? Show enough.
Franzi, what did you do this weekend over in Germany?
So it started Wednesday. I moved to another city.
Oh, you moved?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I'm back. You can see in this room there's also just a few things in my bed left because I have to do a few final things here. Yeah, and then on Friday I just had to build cardboards and move furniture with my girlfriend in the new crib. And then
the new crib, I love it.
And then I moved. We drove to my parents and visited them. That was also the first time I met my niece. The niece that only exists because of the 2017 London game.
Oh, yep, I remember that. Yep.
And yeah, so for those who don't know, my sister and another guy were the only two non-Dolphins fans at our German group at the 2017 London game, and yeah, now they're married and have a 3-month-old daughter.
Look, Dolphins people bringing people together worldwide. I love it. I love it, Franzi. I love it. Yeah. So that sounds like fun. You did a lot of moving. Bend with your legs,
That's
not
good,
with your
Franz.
back. Bend with your legs.
I used to live in Germany. I lived in Schweinfurt, Germany, when I was stationed over there.
Schweinfurt.
In Schweinfurt or Frankfurt?
Schweinfurt. It's where the ball bearing factories were at. Schweinfurt.
Yeah.
Minutes from
Bleezy38 said it's not a party until there's fisticuffs with the drunk rabbit. Love it. All right, MCJB, what do you got? What do you got, MCJB, for us this morning? Let me take you off mute. You there, MCJB?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, MIA. That's an easy one.
I couldn't think of anything.
Easy.
Too early.
Too easy. Too easy. Ryan AP says I was stationed in Mannheim.
So yeah, Mannheim is like 10 minutes by car from here. So I'm in Heidelberg right now, but now I moved to Essen, so around the area of Düsseldorf. Yeah, Mannheim is next to my old crib.
I had a good time when I was over there. I love this. One of my favorite countries in Europe. Is my favorite country in Europe. A lot of castles over there. A lot of stuff. I went to the Black Forest a couple of times. You know, it was pretty nice.
All right, let me bring in the New York Mets lover.
Wait, you didn't ask me about Easter? Dang, that's messed up.
That is messed up.
MCJB. What's going on?
All right, MCJB, what did you do for Easter, MCJB? I'm sorry, I did.
No, you good. I was just working. I'm just playing with you.
So you didn't even do nothing fun.
I didn't do nothing fun. I had to work a 9 to 5 at Home Depot on Easter Sunday. I was so pissed.
Did you at least get time and a half? Did you get time and a half?
No.
Oh man.
Oh man.
I didn't get none of that stuff. It was booty.
No.
And but I did get to watch the USFL and the race. That Bristol, the dirt was.
That Bristol race was really good, man.
It really
was. A really good race.
I enjoyed it. It was a little
I didn't
dusty.
see it.
I mean, I couldn't even see it.
I didn't see none of that.
But it was fun. It was fun to watch.
They were on dirt. It was a 7:00 race on Sunday.
In Bristol, Tennessee.
And Bristol, Tennessee. And they have like one dirt race a year now in NASCAR that just started a couple of years ago.
And Bristol is the race that they did it on this year in Tennessee, and they did it a couple years ago in Bristol too.
Hey, I'm sorry to be short, but I gotta go.
All right,
Come on,
MCJB.
y'all have a good one.
Be good, MCJB.
All right, have a good one.
But it was fun, man. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Kyle Busch won the race this weekend on a last second. The cars that were 1-2, Tyler Reddick and I forget the other one. We're coming into the last turn of the lap and ended up spinning out in the final turn. And the third place car, Kyle Busch, ended up passing them both because they both spun out on the last lap and won the race. So it was good. It was a good race. I enjoyed it. I like NASCAR. I'm back into it again, finally. I stepped away from it for a while, but I grew up in North Carolina, so I grew up on dirt tracks, like on Friday nights and stuff
You
like
got
that.
the
when I was a
NASCAR
kid.
jersey where you got everybody sponsored on your jersey?
Yes. Well, my favorite thing is my wife and I always make fun of the drivers when they do their post race. I like to thank the goodies, Toyota, Mercury, Ford today. It was we had such a great car. You know, I got to thank Coca-Cola, Goodyear, motor oil, all of that. They were like, because they say 50 different things on their
Yeah.
which I think is hilarious. But yeah, it was good stuff. Alexander, what did you do this weekend, dude? Alexander.
Well, so basically, I took the kids to go see Sonic on
That must be a good
on
movie. I have to
Saturday.
go see it. I've seen the first one.
It was pretty good.
Cute.
And
My
then,
kids liked it. You know.
Oh, okay. I gotta check it out. Was Jim Carrey in that one too?
Yep.
yeah, Jim Carrey was in that one. He was pretty good.
Oh, okay.
It was
And
good.
then, of course, the kids did a little Easter egg hunt on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely enjoyed that. Put your address in there, please, RDK. Yeah, so I'm at work right now, so but yeah, the kids have fun. It was all about the kids this weekend, pretty much. That was it. As long as they have fun, I had fun.
There we go. All
That was
right, let
my
me see
favorite
somebody
game
in the
growing up
back
as a
room.
kid.
Roach, what's up, Roach?
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up,
Roach?
Roach?
You're not in the
What are
studio.
y'all
You're
up to?
outside.
Look, man, it's cool here in Jacksonville. The wind, there's a nice breeze. It's chilly. I'm from New York,
Roach
so
is looking for the
happy for
chupacabra.
it.
He's looking for the chupacabra.
He and his beachfront property out there. He don't want to show us those beautiful beaches.
Here, we'll put you on the big
Look,
screen.
man,
real
it's
quick.
nice outside.
Let's see. Where you at? Show us
He
where
is
you're
his
at.
beachfront property there.
Oh, because
Oh,
that
where's
looks
the
like a beach.
sand? That's
Where you
not
at?
sand.
I'm in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Are you near Mayport?
Yeah, that's where I was stationed.
I lived there. I lived
Mayport.
there for 5 years as a kid. My dad was stationed in Mayport.
Oh, really? What
Yep.
ship?
I think that was when he was on the USS Yosemite. That was years ago when the battleship was still commissioned in the Navy. Or it might have been the Shenandoah. Maybe the Shenandoah.
Yeah, I was
Not
on the
sure.
Farragut and I was on the Thomas Hoodner.
My brother was stationed on the Wasp.
Yeah, that's pretty popular ship, the Wasp.
The Wasp. He was stationed on the Wasp for a while.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
a
where
pretty
he's at
popular
now.
one.
I don't know what ship he's on at the moment.
We got Franzi's from Germany, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a German. I don't know if I'm probably not going to say this right. A Schnutzensnare. Is that how you say it?
What did you just call me, Roach?
You know what I'm talking about?
Did you call me a Snare? Over here calling me names?
You know what I'm talking about? It's a so
Crypto, you're breaking up, Crypto.
When I was in Afghanistan, you could we would qualify the German soldiers in our weapons, and they get our marksman medals, right? And when I when I was there, we qualified on their stuff too. And I'll show you. It's right here. It's like this.
Mm-hmm.
So they're military members. It's a rope that goes on their uniform.
Right, underneath your sleeve. Yeah.
Right. So I didn't get the top medal though. I sucked at shooting. So that's the lowest level you could get. But but the way they did the weapon quals was amazing.
Hey, another thing happened over the weekend. The University of Miami had their spring football game, which the Honorable Solo D was at, and I know a few other people were at. And guess who won? Guess who won that game?
The Miami one.
I did.
So what do you think about the USFL?
Yeah, see, we've already been over that, Roach. You missed the beginning of the
Look,
show.
I ate a bad gummy yesterday,
Oh,
and
a bad gummy. Okay.
I ate a whole gummy. I ate a whole gummy, and I should have only ate like a third of a gummy.
I eat that shit whole. I don't take piece by piece. If you get that reference.
Yeah, I think it was 110 milligrams. The whole.
Dang, boy, you were in a coma.
I didn't know. Like I'm used to, like here in Florida, you can only get 10 milligrams, and in California, they saw them like in 120s and all that. So I was like, oh, it's a fucking gummy. I can take this shit.
Hey,
and
swear jar, Roach, twice.
Oh, I thought we were after 12. Were we? No, 2 minutes.
No, that's swear jar.
2 minutes late.
There's no on the
early.
morning show. There's still the swear jar, even if it's 12:02. Yo, it's killing me this morning.
No, it's the PM hours. Steven, it's the PM hours.
Nobody even donated, so it doesn't even matter. Nobody.
Remember, it's dark somewhere in the world. It's dark. We got a global audience.
No, it's morning somewhere in the world.
it's dark.
Where is it morning in the world?
So
half the world is already nighttime, Steven.
It's 9 a.m. on the left coast.
So I'm in my studio last night working on this gummy, and it was getting worse and worse and worse. And I look over, and my window's open, and I can see my neighbor out there building his deck. And I go to the blind, and I go and pull the blind down like all badass, like to make him laugh. But the vents were open, so he can still see me. And I just died laughing. And I'm closing the curtain. He calls me. He's like, it looks like you're having a heart attack. Are you okay? I was like, shut the fuck up. It was bad. It was a bad night. And then my wife works overnights.
I know,
my
swear
wife works
jar again.
overnights. Hey, man, it's
Swear jar.
not my fault.
Swear jar.
It's my medicine.
Roach, you owe to the swear jar today, just so you know.
Oh, well, that's why I pay for membership, isn't it?
No, that doesn't absolve you of the swear jar, Roach.
I need
Good one,
bylaws,
Roach.
okay? I need bylaws.
I'm with you on that one, Roach. I'm with you on that one.
You need bylaws? There is no swear words during clock blockers, the #1 Miami fan morning show.
Okay.
If you violate said rules, you owe $1 per swear jar. If you say the F-bomb, it's $2. That is the word. Okay.
Oh.
So right now you're at like what? What is he at?
$25.
Like $300?
Yes, 300.
You're at like 300, bro. I promise.
He's at one Bitcoin.
One Bitcoin. That's what I said. One Bitcoin.
But actually, tonight's show
One NFT.
is actually, I'm talking about a bell tonight.
A bell.
A time-traveling Nazi bell. I saw it on the History Channel.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And it's like this little concrete cylinder thing that they were making in World War II. They have the schematics and all this stuff, but the bell, nobody can find this bell.
Say, everybody, what's the name of your channel, Roach?
The I Believe podcast.
The I Believe podcast on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you
And
want
it's
to
open
see
like this.
UFOs
Oh,
or
it's on YouTube or is it actual podcast?
No, it's on
Google.
YouTube.
Oh,
It's on
okay.
YouTube.
And
Okay.
then the audio will get uploaded into the podcast later.
Anthony said these boys trying to come out here with a nasty mouth and empty pockets don't match. He's at 300. See, Anthony called you out, my guy.
Wow.
Look, man, I don't even pay Netflix $300.
Well, Netflix doesn't have as good of coverage of the Dolphins as Miami sports music. Of course they don't.
Right?
Tarnaman, what's up, Tarnaman?
Hey, how everybody doing?
What's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's good? What's good?
But Franzi, you never heard of the bell?
The bell?
No, damn it. Dang it.
See, another word, another $1.
Wait.
racking them up.
I need a list of what's the swear word because your list and my list are two different lists.
All right.
I've heard of Taco Bell.
All right. You ready? So here they are.
All right, this is no swear charge this time, right?
No swear
Or what
jar
you're about
for
to
me.
do.
No swear
Okay.
jar for me. If you have kids, hit the mute button. Okay.
We're getting a breakdown, and you gotta say them as fast as you can.
Okay. No. All right. So $1 swear words.
Right.
Shit, ass, damn. Am I missing?
Screw? Is that one?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
I think that's
Douchebag,
it.
dick.
And the
No.
F word is what?
The F word is $2.
Is Cleveland Steamer a bad word?
No.
Steven, are you trying to run a scam here, Steven? Trying to run a scam with these F bombs, man.
These F bombs. Netflix ain't got nothing on Miami Sports Music's morning show, Clockblockers. That's right, Anthony.
You're discriminating against the F word, Steven.
Right?
What the F did you just say?
You're discriminating against the F word.
I heard what you effing said. Don't try it again.
Do you know what's crazy about swear words is how so Franzi could swear all day. We had no idea. and
no, if you cuss in German, it's $5 per swear word. Because if I find out, you're getting almost triple the charge.
Because the work he had to put in to go look it up.
No, how would you find out that, Steven?
You said
you wouldn't be able to find out.
What'd you say, bratwurst?
Yeah.
Hey, that's food, bratwurst.
Yeah, that's a delicacy.
That's about as German as I get, bratwurst.
You are Grubengrabgerät.
No, you've eaten
Would you just call me Franzi? Are you over here calling me names? Nope. See, Franzi? Franzi, swear jar. I don't even know what you said, and it's a swear jar. It sounded mean. That's a swear jar. Don't be talking about my mama like that, Franzi. I heard you. I don't know what you said, but I heard you.
You want to know what I said?
What'd you say?
It's like a hole digging machine. Doesn't make sense, but was the next word.
Hole digging machine?
After
I'm not a hoe, but I'm a digging machine. I got tickets to the gun. I got permits for the gun show. The gun show. There's permits here. There's permits.
Oh, does that say the Heat? Yeah.
Yes, all day, baby. Winning tonight, game 2. Let's go.
Heat's going down. Heat's going to lose by 15.
Well, y'all some haters. Y'all some haters if y'all think the Heat are going down.
Heats are going down. They're going to go down. They're going to go down hard.
I know why I came in cussing so much. Is because I remember before the weekend, you going on this LeBron James tangent.
Boy, you got so mad
on the
Roach.
question and
you
answer,
got
and
so
you were dropping the
mad.
link. And I was like, oh, I got so much to say about this.
So mad.
Yeah, man.
I do want to remind y'all, if you donate to the channel in increments of $10, this week's giveaway is a Javon Holland autographed 8x11. Let's go. Donate to the channel, help the channel grow. No donations today. No swear jar. A lot of people order the swear jar. Come on now. Get with it. Help the channel grow. Can't grow without you. Let's go. Okay.
8x11. How much is that in good units?
Oh, and what the German? What do y'all call it? What's your German money?
No, the metric system.
The metric system? Oh, we're over here in America, Franzi. We use thing called inches and feet and miles. We don't have this kilometer BS. All right.
I think did Germany lead the Euro?
We call it retard system.
You might be right though, Franzi. I'm not gonna say that you're wrong because we're the only country that does it. But that doesn't matter. Over here in America.
So Franzi, are you near Latvia and Estonia?
No. So
I
I've met people from there, but it's far away in the east.
Okay, yeah, that's where my ship pulled in. We went Latvia, Estonia, then Wilhelmshaven. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And then there I got to go into a U-boat. They had a U-boat out of the water. That was pretty cool. But
all right. Also, I think Latvia was German in the past and also has a lot of German culture and German speakers left there.
It was beautiful. I was probably just in the tourist part, though. It was all cobblestone streets and old buildings.
Hey, but you guys want to know what else was beautiful? New York
Where?
City.
New York City. Oh yeah, Yankee
New York
Stadium's
City
amazing.
is beautiful.
Yankee Stadium's the bomb.
City Field's amazing too. No, City
You
Field's
got
amazing.
nothing on Camden Yards.
Hey, Shea Stadium got plenty on Camden Yards. Shea Stadium we saw a championship in '86 and '69.
Championships. All right. My kid's final day home from school is today. Final thoughts of the day. Because this has been a boring show. Nobody donated. Nobody swore and donated to the swear jar. Roach over here piling up. Oh, we got a new member though. Richie Rich Tuafin. Let's go.
Yeah. Congratulations, sir.
You welcome to the family, Richie Rich. Welcome.
Welcome to the family.
What is that?
Welcome to the family.
Somebody sounds like they're taping. Alexander, are you taping something?
I'm
He's
taping
taping an
that.
iPhone back together.
Yeah, that sounds very accurate, Roach. Very accurate. Let's go, Richie Rich.
Well, I'll
I
go out
like
first since I came in first and caused all the ruckus.
You did cause all the and
So-
you owe to the channel.
I got you.
You owe $180 million to the channel, and crypto says 1 Bitcoin.
Actually, I got $5 in Bitcoin right now.
Well,
There you go, Roach.
Hey, Steven.
There's your swear jar right there.
Hey,
Your
Steven.
$5.
What's up? What's up,
I may be on here more often now because I'm finding out how it feels like to be at home now. I separated my patella tendon from my kneecap. A cling tear, so I'm just bedridden.
Hey, man, don't do that. Don't do that.
So, yeah, it sucks. I see some of these athletes that go through knee injuries, and now I know how it feels. So I may be on here more often, though. I have nothing to do. I'm an electrician now, so I may be donating and watching you more often.
Hey, man, just you tuning in means a lot. So I hope we can fill some time up where you're not having to worry about the injury that you suffered. But I am glad that you're here, man. Thank you so much for being here, brother. I appreciate it. Hey, real
And I got
quick.
a bone to pick with Tua.
Hold on, real quick. Let me bring on the guy who just became a member of the channel, Richie Rich from Australia, from the Down Under.
What's up,
Rich?
Stephen D?
I got
What's up,
Australia
Stephen D?
and Germany up here right now. Who wants? Nobody wants none.
Yeah, one love, Stephen D. One love.
I love
Got NATO in the house.
I love it.
Yeah.
What's going on? Thank you for signing up. Welcome to the family.
Yeah, man.
Family.
It's awesome. It's awesome to be part of the family, you know?
Hey, man, your seat is at the table for you. I'm so glad you signed up and became a member. What did you do this weekend for Easter weekend, Richie Rich?
Oh, actually, I kept it low key, which is good. Yeah, kept it pretty quiet. Clean my room. That's probably the best part.
See, look, that's what I got to do this afternoon. I got to go clean my room, actually. That's something I got to do. I told my wife I had to clean the room today. Clean up. I had all weekend to do it.
Welcome to the family.
Family.
Yeah.
All right, so Richie Rich is in the Down Under. And, hey, how far is Australia from Germany? That's what we need to find, because we got Franzi from Germany.
Oh, I was actually sitting.
Ooh. Good question. I wouldn't know. Tell you.
Let's see. All right, Franzi, where are you at in Germany? How do you spell it?
Essen. E-S-S-E-N.
E-S-S-E-N. 2. Where are you at in Australia, Richie Rich?
Melbourne.
Melbourne. All right. Well, that's easy enough. Essen to Melbourne. Okay. It says it's a one on Turkish Airlines. It's a 1-day, 5-hour flight.
Ooh, too long.
Wow, that's pretty far.
Yep, 29 hours, 29 hours, 28 hours, 24 hours, 37 hours, 27 hours.
Not that long.
Wow.
And it's a $1,500 round trip on Turkish Airlines.
Not bad, I guess. Not bad.
So it's
I'll show you. You gotta watch out for all them animals out there. You know those snakes and stuff like that.
What did you say, Franzi?
The direct line is 16,420 kilometers.
What are kilometers? We're in America. We don't use that metric bullcrap.
Hey, Steven, what's the Cash App?
What's the Cash App?
Yeah.
10,200 miles.
200 miles. Here's the Cash App, bro. $ MSM Podcast Network. Remember, if you donate in increments of 10 today or all week, you will go ahead and get entered to win an autographed 8x11 photo of Javon Holland.
Nice. Yeah.
Or does is it me or does Richie Rich kind of sound like Korg? He
Uh,
does sound like Korg, bro.
Too good, bro. Too good.
You sound like Korg, bro. You do. It's 14,457 kilometers from up Germany. Nobody uses kilometers over here, y'all.
Wait, we don't use kilometers over here? Am I the only one?
No, we use miles.
Miles.
Hey, did you get
Who
a
uses
Steven? I
miles?
sent you a Bitcoin on Cash App.
You just sent me a
Not-
Bitcoin. Is that
Not a whole Bitcoin. If I sent you a whole Bitcoin, I'd be cussing all day on here.
Well, you still owe $300 to Stephen D. Roach.
Yep. It's racking up. Oh, it's racking up too. You don't even
I'm
know.
caught up. I'm caught up.
There you go. Accept. Oh, $3 in Bitcoin he sent me, Crypto. Crypto, I just got my first donation in Bitcoin from Roach today.
Dude, I'm glad I'm
Crypto,
glad I'm
where
the
you
first-
at, Crypto? I need Crypto to be here for this. This is a big deal. I got 0.00000000000000723 Bitcoin.
Oh, I guess it's a start, Stephen.
That's a start.
Yeah.
What does Crypto say? I'm in the top 1%. You're now in the top 1%.
But Steven, here's what's cool about it. If Bitcoin blows up, like quadruples itself, my $3 could end up being $1 million.
It could be. Unlikely, but
It could be. Could be.
So it might be the biggest donation you ever get.
It might be.
It might be. Yeah.
But probably won't. So far, the biggest donation I've ever gotten is $100. I've never gotten anything over $100.
There's a guy who does.
If y'all want to beat that, I've seen people get $500 on other channels.
Yeah,
I
does tool reviews.
Steve, when I was out. What you say? You got your donation in Bitcoin?
I just Roach just sent me his swear jar, which says $3 worth, and I'm pretty sure you were at like 10 or 20 or 50.
I don't think so.
That's good.
But I just got my first donation in Bitcoin. That's a big deal.
That is
nice.
You can do it through the Cash App method or the wallet address method.
Hey, Crypto. I need to talk to you personally about Bitcoin, and if you can, whenever you get a chance, bro.
That's fine.
You have a
Yeah, that's
Twitter?
fine. I think did you give me your number?
Yeah, I'll leave it for you in the chat, in the private chat if you want.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna write it down.
Hey, do y'all want to get hype real quick?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get hyped.
I got 7 seconds. All right. Next 3 people that donate $7. I got 7 seconds of a video that are going to make you go crazy. I said it.
It's such a teaser, you know.
No, don't show it. Don't show it. That's what I'm about to do. They need to donate if they want this action. Next 3 people to donate $7 will get the best 7 seconds you've seen all April. That's all I'm going to say. It's better than OnlyFans. It's better than OnlyFans.
Ooh.
I'm just saying. How
Wait,
bad
so-
do y'all want to see it?
So Steven, since I'm the first Bitcoin donation, does that get me in the drawing for the autograph?
You know what? For you, I will add your $1 $3
Ah.
Bitcoin into the drawing because you said it.
Congrats, Roach. Congrats, Roach.
I will get you in the drawing.
So he
See, I never got to pull into Australia when I was in the Navy.
What do you say, Franzi?
So he's getting a discount for not paying his whole swear jar.
I know, right? Roach just thinks he's better than the system. He's
I'm
got
the
it, you know.
I'm the guy in the corner, like, hey man, you got a cigarette? Your one buddy who always
Roach found a way
cigarette.
to jig the system.
Roach is like
Double
Yeah.
dipping.
Yeah, Roach is light years ahead.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Hey guys, hey Steven, guess who's in first place in the National League East?
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your Mets. Nobody
yeah.
cares. Although I do love Buck Showalter. Do love him. Absolutely love the man.
So
all right,
are you all done with the USFL?
one person donating $7 will get you 7 seconds of pure enjoyment. Pure enjoyment. I'm just saying. $1 per second.
I'm scared of what
$1
you're
per
gonna do.
I'm just Franzi knows. Franzi knows it's better than look, I'm gonna throw it out there. It's better than porn. I'm just throwing it out there. It's better than porn.
It might be better than cheese.
Oh, it's better than cheese.
That's hard.
Yeah. You drive a
And
good
by the way,
Steven?
by the way, it's better than porn on April 19th. Come September and October, it might not be. But on April 19th, it's the
And not December either.
It's the best 7 seconds you're going to get on April 19th. Okay?
Yeah.
Y'all got to pay for it. Y'all, this just doesn't come free. This isn't free. Think I'm just going to give you the stuff for free?
Yeah. True that. True that.
Give you the good stuff? Roach, they don't want it, Roach. That's what they don't want it. They don't want to see it.
They're scared you're gonna pull out the chupacabra.
Yeah.
Dude,
Why
I wait for the donation to come in? Because somebody's going to donate. Somebody's going to do it.
Oh, for sure.
Have you seen Moon Knight yet?
Yeah, love it.
It's great, right?
I saw the
Love
first
it.
episode.
Oh my god, dude, it's amazing.
It's
Does it get
dope.
better?
It's the
Oh, for
best.
sure.
So, have you seen Roach? Have you seen Split? Have you seen the movie Split with James McAvoy?
Mm.
You've never seen Split? Oh my god! All right, hold on. Let me
Now,
play this.
I'm watching Outer Range. That's what
I've heard that's good. I have not watched it yet, but it is on my watch list. I got to get through House. I'm on season 6 of House. I'm almost
House?
done with House. Yeah, I
My
went back.
grandma finished House.
That's fine, but I got to get through it.
That was a long time ago.
It was, but I got to get through it. I like it. I'm almost done with it.
Yeah.
You've never seen Split, Roach?
Maybe I don't recognize the name.
Mm.
All right, hold on.
I'm not good with actors' names either.
It's a show or movie with main character.
I'm gonna play the
with,
trailer. I'm gonna play the trailer.
Hey, last time I played a trailer on my channel, it got taken down.
Did it?
Yep,
The
they
video
demonetized
did?
me.
Yeah,
No, they just
yeah.
demonetized it.
Yeah. Might be
They just
copyright.
demonetized it?
Yeah, I got like.
Well, it doesn't
copyright
matter. I'm
claim.
not making any money today anyway. Nobody's donating to the channel. Now, it doesn't mean that if you guys donate, I still get the donation. So please donate is what I'm trying to say. But Ian Baller said, keep the change, you filthy animal.
I got that reference.
All right, here we go. I'll play this. Let me start here. All right, here we go. Since he donated $10, I'm going to give you the best 7 seconds of your life on April 19th. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for this?
Yes.
Let me guess, it's a Dolphins tweet.
What is this?
is the Dolphins on a football field.
I thought I was about to
seconds.
see a trailer of a movie.
No. This is what EM Baller paid for. EM's gonna be like, I want my money back. Don't say that.
I thought we were going to see Tua throw some 70-yard bombs.
Nah,
You only see him do it in shorts.
I love it. I'm sorry. I love this. I'm hyped. I'm pumped.
It's nice here in Florida today, man. It's nice and cool. And
Cesar said that's Photoshop. It is not Photoshop. That's real.
Man.
It's real. It's real. Here, is there anything else? There's nothing else. There we go.
Man.
There's Thomas.
I came so quick I had to slow it down.
Oh, hey, dude. Hey, don't talk about coming quick, man. That, you know. All right, let's see here. All right. You want to see the video, that movie trailer real quick, bro? Roach?
sorry, I'm yelling at my dogs.
Stop yelling at your dog. Do you want to see the movie trailer? All right.
Let's do it.
Hopefully I don't get demonetized, but if I do for this one,
Hey, if you do, I just cost you a lot of money. Just keep racking it up.
Yeah, I'll charge you on your bill. Don't worry about it.
Last time I got your show shut down, remember, with the Chupacabra?
You did. You did get my show shut down. Let's see if you do it again.
Yep.
Top screen. Share. Here we go. Split trailer. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it. Barely.
Where do I know her from? I've seen her in something else.
The King's Gambit, I think.
Hey, pardon me, sir. I think you have the wrong car.
I've seen it.
What are we doing here? What the hell is going on?
I was sent to get you for a reason.
There's a flower on the pillows, a flower in the bathroom. Like, we're important.
The only chance we have is if all three of us go crazy on this guy.
Who is that? Maybe she can help us.
We're here! We're in here!
Don't worry. He's not allowed to touch you. He knows what you're here for. He listens to me. My name's Hedwig.
How old are you?
9.
I've never seen a case like this before. 23 identities live in Kevin's body.
Who are you? Help me get out of here, Hedwig.
You trying to trick me? I'll tell on you. Aren't you the clever one?
An individual with multiple personalities can change their body chemistry with their thoughts.
Someone's coming for you.
Who's coming?
The beast.
There's a man here. He abducted us and he's going to kill me. We're meant for something. Something horrible.
The world will understand now. The beast is real.
He's done awful things to people, and he'll do awful things to you.
All right, now Roach, take yourself off mute. Roach, come on, bro.
All right. I've seen it.
Let me. All right, so you have seen it.
Yep. I didn't like it, but I've seen it.
All right, so spoiler alert for people that have never watched this before. Okay, spoiler
That
alert.
thing's been out for too long to get a spoiler.
Okay, well, that is the prequel or the sequel to Unbreakable, the movie from 20 years earlier of M. Night Shyamalan from Bruce Willis.
It's in the universe.
Yeah, they also have a third one.
They're
too.
in the same universe, yes.
Yeah.
Because the last 5 seconds of that movie are you see Bruce Willis's character from Unbreakable come in.
Have you seen the
And
third one?
I absolutely, yeah, the one where all three of them are in it. Glass. It's Glass, right? Glass.
Mr.
Split.
Glass.
Yeah, Mr. Glass. It's so good. It's like, but Split. But the reason I brought that up is because the new Moon Knight show it's like Split meets a superhero.
And Indiana Jones.
Sorry, somebody called in.
I'm just telling you, it's going to be that good. Touchdown with Doug Smith. What's up, Doug? Steven,
I
you be
didn't-
watching DJ Vlad all the time, bro. All the time.
I didn't like Split, Steven. I thought
Split was amazing.
it's a
Dude,
ripoff.
two things about me. Number one, I don't watch scary movies.
Do you
I don't
like
watch.
Legion?
I don't watch scary movies. But Split is all time top 15 movie for me because James McAvoy. Like, come on, 23 different personalities.
Mm-hmm.
You had to be 23 characters off of one person.
Right.
That's wild, bro.
You need to go look up Legion. It was a comic book that turned into a TV show. It's still ongoing, and that guy has hundreds of personalities. There's no limit. He's the most powerful mutant in X-Men.
Has Moon Knight already been canceled? Don't tell me that.
Yeah, so they told there won't be season 2 for Moon Knight and Hawkeye, but I think
what
he will come back in other Marvel projects. So maybe they will build the Midnight Suns with Blade. How's he called?
Dude, yeah, Moon Knight's like the punter of a football team for Marvel.
Hold up, what?
No.
Don't tell Pat McAfee I said that.
Disney and Hawkeye will not return for second season. What?
But
the blasphemous, the lies.
He will come back in the MCU. Don't worry.
Dude, I was literally saying, like, I think this is, like, first of all, Ethan Hawke, absolutely amazing in it. Yeah. Absolutely amazing in it.
Did you guys ever watch the Inhumans?
Shut up.
I've not seen Inhumans yet.
That's garbage. So that's my favorite comic book series of all time. And Black Bolt's supposed to be one of the strongest people in Marvel. He can't speak because if he even whispers, he could crack the whole earth, right? So they're supposed to do a movie with Vin Diesel playing him, but then Vin Diesel dropped out to do another Marvel movie, and then they turned into a TV show with that dude in it. And it's just weird because the guy can't talk, so he doesn't have any lines in the movie, and he walks around and just looks at you. So like, it's just hard to make. It's hard to make a show where your main character
level 2 noob. I don't want to hear the stuff that was labeled as a limited series because you know what was labeled as a limited series? Yellowstone was only supposed to be one season. It was supposed to be a movie. Kevin Costner agreed that the script was too good to leave out anything. They made it into a season, into a limited series. And what is Yellowstone in now? Its 4th season.
Never.
So don't tell me that a limited series is no. Moon Knight is amazing. I don't want to hear nothing else but that. And I know all about it because I'm good. I know all my stuff. I know what a good TV show and movie is for those of you who don't think that I do.
So, Roach,
yep.
How did you like the Inhumans in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Ooh, I liked it better than their own show. So, yeah, it was.
That's not hard.
Yeah, it's weird how that is though, like because both those shows are connected, kind of, and when they're the sideline characters and the side of the story, they're okay. But when they brought them in as a main, like Medusa, she's supposed to be able to do stuff with her hair. They cut her hair off in the first episode.
You're sleeping on anime, Steven. Isaac Oscar can't do another season to do scheduled
Goku
projects.
in the ground.
All right, I've had enough of this. All right, final thoughts of the day. Not getting into all this.
I'll go first, so I can get out of here.
I have something to laugh about.
All right, Roach. Final thought of the day.
All right, don't eat a whole gummy unless you know how much milligrams are in it. And then number 2.
That's just life facts right there, bro. That's just life facts.
Number 2, go watch some movies and learn about UFOs and aliens and chupacabras. Hey, actually, what's in Australia? What is the biggest supernatural myth in Australia?
Richie, he's talking to you.
Sorry, can you say it again, Roach? My bad.
Like here in America, we got myths like Bigfoot and all this stuff. So
Right.
in Australia, do you guys have anything?
Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah. One of the myths here is the Tasmanian tiger. Apparently, it's been seen, but it hasn't been seen.
It's never been recorded.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, the Tasmanian tiger. So,
Cesar, watch your mouth about Superman. You better watch your mouth about Superman, Cesar.
Oh, and then my last thing, Superman would put Goku in the ground easily.
Yeah. Superman is the best superhero alive. And anybody wants to come argue with me about it, feel free. Okay? Feel free.
Open up a new link for it.
Let's go. Superman, I'm about to get my own swear jar. $1. Roach, you got my $1, right? You got my swear jar $1, Roach?
Look, man, I got a Bitcoin.
Okay, look. Superman whoop anybody's ass any day of the week. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay? That's the bottom line, because Stephen D said so.
Actually, Steven, I'll send you one of those little
Superman's
bottle
trash.
caps from the 2000s when they used to have like $5. You give it to the register and they give you money. Remember that?
Level 2
It's like you get a free
Spawn
coat.
would snap Superman like you were Batman. First of all, I watched the Batman last night. Was actually mildly impressed. I thought it was a good movie. It was very long, but I thought it was good.
It was like watching a play, like a really dark.
It wasn't bad, and I was really upset about the deleted scene. Really upset.
My wife saw the movie. I'm about to see it tonight on HBO Max. But she saw the movie. She said it was really boring.
I don't know if boring's the word I would use. It's
too dark.
It's very dark. It's different. But I loved it.
Can I have permission to cuss?
No, you got a swear jar to it. You don't get permission. If you want to swear, you gotta pay up, Roach.
Hey, I asked at least, you know. Making progress.
That is the whole point of the swear jar. Roach over here trying to get the swear jar decommissioned.
Look, I'm trying to cancel the swear jar.
No, not about that cancel life over here, sir. Get out of here, Roach.
All right, guys. I'll
Love
see
you, bro.
all.
Be good.
7 o'clock tonight. I'll be on.
7 o'clock tonight. The I Believe podcast.
All right. Talk to y'all later.
I believe.
Crypto. Final thought of the day, Crypto.
Congratulations, Stephen, on your first Bitcoin. You're part of the
1%.
You're part of the 1%, Stephen Lee.
Yeah.
You're part of the 1%. I'm going to get some T-shirts made up to say the Dolphins Bitcoin 1% Club.
Cameron, what's up, Cameron?
What is going on?
What's up, Cameron?
What's up, Cameron?
What's up, y'all? Hey, I'm here for one reason only. I just want to give a shout out to Chef Jew, man, and send him a lot of blessings, man. That's my guy right there.
Chef Jew, congratulations, boy.
Chef Jew got engaged over the weekend, and it's a cool thing.
Congrats.
Congrats, Chef Jew. Congrats.
Awesome.
Cameron, what's up, man?
Man, I'm working, bro. Trying to earn some money around here. Yeah.
So am I, and nobody's donating to the swear jar today.
I'm about to leave and go try to earn some.
Right.
Nobody's donating to the channel. They need that. What I don't know what they're doing today.
Hey, are we doing something tonight?
I don't know.
If we do, we should live stream over the Heat game.
Ooh.
I mean, someone's got to have the brains around this joint. What the hell's going on, Steve?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Excuse me. What can I say? I just show up every day and hope for the best. Just show up every day and hope for the best.
Right.
I will get back to you on that. That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
We got the Marlins at home playing the Cardinals. You know, we got pool holes in the house. You know, that's always cool to see. But the Heat, man, I want to see them kick that booty again tonight.
I'll be there tomorrow, guys, for the Marlins game.
You going to the
I'll be there
Marlins
tomorrow.
game?
Nice.
I'm not going to the Marlins, no, but maybe.
I'm going to, I only want to see a pool hole, so that's fine.
Dude,
that's why
I
I'm
went
going.
I went online and they got some cool New Era's got some amazing hats. They got these anybody wants to donate something or like send me something in the mail, really cool. They got those remember the big league chew? Richie, I'm gonna put you on mute for 1 second just because I'm getting feedback from you. Remember the big league chew, the bubble gum? Anybody?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I'm old enough to remember that.
Who doesn't remember that?
New Era.
Who doesn't remember?
New Era and Big League Chew came out with hats for each team, and they are dope.
I got to check them out. I got to wear this for level 2 because we're Cub fans together.
Dude, it's awesome.
Back to the Cardinals, though. I mean, the Marlins and Cardinals, you got to think about it this way. You got 3 first ballot Hall of Famers, or at least 2. Wainwright should get in there, too. But you got pool
Hey,
holes.
hold up. Oh, my God.
Don't tell me he's coming on.
No, hold on. This just happened on Twitter. It's not, I'm crying a little bit. I'm a little, I expect everybody to donate when they see this because I'm getting a little emotional. Okay. Y'all ready? Let me start the share screen. This is a big deal.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's a big deal. It is your first ever pass that you are going to see from Tua to Tyreek Hill.
Oh, Lord.
Touchdown! Dolphins!
I'm just saying.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
Tyreek just blew past.
Take for 60 yards.
I'm just saying.
That was the outcut route. He takes the 60 yards.
Everybody donate $10 right now. Let's go. Donate to the channel. Tyreek Hill's number.
Steven.
Let's go.
Hey, he takes that and take it for 60 yards, Steven. That's the play. First play of the game.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Look at it. I wish I could
Can we
slow-mo
say?
it.
Can you play the fight song now after the touchdown? Let's play the fight
Miami
song.
has the Dolphins, the greatest football team.
We got to excuse Steve at this point. He needs to be by himself for the rest of the afternoon.
Oh, dude, I'm watching this on replay all day.
That's it, right there.
This is better than OnlyFans. I don't care what anybody says. Just watch this.
Hey,
all day.
I bet we can go over to TD's channel here, and he's going to dissect this throw and tell us.
All right, so look here. This is TD. You ready? I'm going to do my TD impersonation. All right, if you look at Tua's, look at his steps. He gets a little stumbled there, and then he doesn't quite have that zip on that pass. He doesn't quite have that zip. It's a little wobbly. And then if you look at Tyreek's head is down. He's not looking at the ball. And
right.
You know.
He didn't quite make his break.
He didn't quite make his break. Let's dissect this down to a T. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, we've put out wall-to-wall coverage on that one pass play alone.
100% we will.
ESPN
is about to give a full analysis.
You're gonna see on TV's channel breaking news.
What kind of
breaking news?
Tua throws touchdown to Cheetah.
Tua's velocity is down 3 miles per hour in the first pass.
His velocity was down. That's a good one.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
Okay, here we go. Here's another one.
Let's see TD dissect this.
Man, we're a thirsty group of people around here.
Bro, look at this. Fire, son. Who's bringing you this content? Miami Sports Music.
We are thirsty, aren't we?
Dolphins Twitter, not you.
Yeah.
Thank God Dolphins Twitter. Andrew Van Ginkel's in the building. Love it. Love it.
It's not even May yet.
Andrew Van Ginkel. Right.
Andrew Van Ginkel.
We got one more week until the draft, so we got to fill it up.
Lakers all day said his drop back is slow. Yeah, that's true. God,
He almost tripped over his plant leg.
we can't have nothing nice around here.
What's going on, man?
Mac Jones says, Whack Jones says, I'm
toes
impressed he
wasn't-
didn't trip over his feet.
His toes wasn't pointed in the right direction.
Yeah, here we go with the haters already.
I know. The haters.
The haters are out. The two haters are out.
Fantastic.
Wall-to-wall coverage, Cameron. Cameron is with wall-to-wall coverage, Cameron. Be prepared.
Cameron, are you coming on
Hey,
at all
Steven.
this week? Are you hosting the morning show with me at all this week?
Yeah, Friday morning.
Friday morning.
Spread
Friday
Cameron.
morning.
Friday.
He's coming to
Cameron,
hang
I have
out
a question for you.
Yeah, man.
Cameron, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
$1 million.
I think you should take that hat.
$1 million.
Take that hat.
Nope.
And replace it with a New York Mets hat.
Never.
And call it a day.
No, Cameron, you got
I
the
will.
right
I
hat. That's
gotta
America's
take a
team.
big old dump here in a minute, and I'll do that. Because I'm gonna take a
Hey,
deuce.
and
right
Steven,
in Mets
that
hat.
jersey that you have on,
That's
on,
America's
set
team.
a lighter to it, and call it a day. Set a lighter to it.
Talk to me in September when you're in like 4th place in the National League East there, Mets fans.
Yeah.
All good
The
fun,
Mets
guys.
are-
All good fun. Love you guys.
The Mets are perennial cellar dwellers.
Man, it's going to be funny when the Marlins finish above them.
They're not finishing above them. You're out of your mind if you think that.
You're out of your
Perennial cellar
mind.
dwellers.
Because the Marlins got some great pitching, but the bullpen is suspect, just like ours.
Yeah, your bullpen is suspect too, man. And DeGrom and
No, I know. That's why I said it. Our bullpen is suspect. It's
But I
terrible.
believe Roach says I saw bigger throws in every USFL game this weekend.
Hey, he's the one person to watch a USFL game.
Now, hey, look, I watched it. I'm not gonna lie, I watched it. I thought it was okay.
Tua's going to the USFL, Stephen D.
Tua all day USFL.
Steven, how does a guy get cut for eating a pizza?
Oh my
Bro,
god! I
we
saw
talked
that,
about
guys.
that. We talked about chicken salad gate. Chicken salad gate is what it's called.
Chicken
Terrible.
salad.
We broke
game.
it down. We had the video of him getting cut. Then we had all his tweets this morning. We talked about him talking about, oh, you want to throw shade on my name now? You want to throw shade on my name? Yeah, we talked about all of it this morning.
That was terrible.
Horrible. Kenny, let me tell you something, Kenny. That was just terrible, Kenny. The Lakers are just terrible. Terrible.
It's terrible. I guarantee you.
I guarantee, Kenny Smith, you know what the difference between Kenny, Shaq, and Chuck is? 2 of them got rings, 1 doesn't.
I guarantee.
Yeah, I tell you guys who plays a great shot. That's the guy from Saturday Night Live. I think.
Keenan Thompson does pretty good with it too.
But I think Jay Farrow is the best.
Jay
Farrow.
well, look here. I put the ball.
Do the eyes, Steven. Do the eyes.
Well, look here. I'm Shaquille O'Neal, and I take the ball and I shoot the ball in the basket. Yes, that's your Shaq impersonation. I don't think it's a good one, but it is one.
Hey, it's close enough.
Hey, speaking of Shaq, you go check out the pivot. He was on there today at noon.
I know. I saw that.
It was pretty deep. Pretty cool stuff.
It was pretty cool stuff. Oh man, Channing Crowder was on Pat McAfee. Ooh, I like it. Speaking of that. All right, hey, final thought of the day. Crypto, finish doing your final thought, and then I'm gonna go Cameron next.
Oh, appreciate you having me on. It being on with all you guys in the morning, get the week started all the way up to draft. We're going to wind up. Career is going to work his magic. We're going to end up with the first overall pick somehow in next week's draft. You heard it here first.
That's a bold statement.
Hey, Crypto, let me ask you something. Like, let's say that happens. Like, who would you take and why? Like, why are you trading for the first round pick?
Who would I take? At that point, I will get the best linebacker in the draft.
So the kid from Michigan?
No, probably Dean or somebody else. whoever the best fit for that middle linebacker. That's who I will get first. That will be my number one target. I wouldn't target center because we're gonna need depth at center. So I would target the
Cameron,
linebacker position.
Hey, you could have
this is
said
a
anybody.
crypto.
I'm just glad you
Crypto
didn't
last
say.
night.
Kenny
What'd you say,
Pickett.
Cameron?
I'm just glad you didn't say quarterback.
Oh no, I wasn't going to do that. Tua's going to
Wait,
have
hold
almost 5,000 yards this season.
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you.
Cameron Steven, the crypto last night predicted Jalen Phillips is gonna have 26.5 sacks this year.
Yeah, man, I'm up for bold statements, Cameron. I said Jalen Phillips going to have 26 sacks this season.
Hey, I'm all for bold statements too, but please let me know what drugs you were taking last night because they must have been good.
No, man, these drugs been approved already. The FDA have already given me the approval. These are good.
Hey,
that's a pretty bold statement.
From your lips to God's ears.
Jalen Phillips get that. Josh Allen gonna be on lock.
Hey, Cameron, let me ask you tonight. What game do you think should be on the Bally Sports Network? Should the Panthers and Islanders be on, or should it be the Marlins and the Cardinals?
Well, thankfully, we have two of them.
I understand. Who do you think should be primary?
It doesn't matter. I mean, obviously the Panthers probably, right?
Panthers are not.
Oh yeah, because Jan's gonna beat them up, so it's all good.
Because of programming conflicts, the Cats game tonight will not air on the usual Valley Sports Florida cable channels.
Why they won't do that? Oh, because of the blackout rules or something?
Nah, because the Miami Marlins are playing tonight,
and they have
Oh, but this is early in the season. They should be prioritizing the playoffs versus
playoffs.
Well, I have ESPN Plus, so I'll be able to watch Yondas.
What would they do?
I'll be able to watch Yondas without those stupid Panther announcers, Steven Goldstein. That's annoying.
I thought that was your favorite announcer there, Alex.
No, he probably loves Michael Kay.
No, I don't like Michael Kay. He's a Yankee. He's a Yankees announcer.
It's an A-bomb from A-Rod.
Did you see him?
Robbie Cano. Don't you know? Yeah, I watched it.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't great either.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
The number one baseball announcer booth is from the SNY. Gary Thorne, Keith Hernandez, and Ron Darling.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome for Gary Thorne because the Orioles don't know how to treat anybody.
Gary. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. Gary Cohen, Keith Hernandez, and Ron Darling. Gary Cohen's been with the Mets for years since the late Bob Murphy.
Bob Costas do a good job with baseball.
You ask anybody, including people from outside the Mets organization and everything, they have them as the number one rated SNY broadcast team, the SNY broadcast team, because they're non-biased. They're non-biased when it comes to announcing games. But unlike all these other announcers.
Right. You're right, Alex. They have no dog in the fight. You're right, Alex.
All right, get out of here, Crypto.
All right, Steven.
Good night, Crypto. Take care, bud.
Love you.
All right, y'all. See y'all later.
Yeah, bro.
All right, Cameron. Final thought of the day, and we'll see you on Friday.
Well, hopefully I'll see you tonight. If not, just let me know. Hey, Trae Young's going to score 38 points tonight, and they're still going to lose by 12.
Wow.
And that's going to crush
that's a bold statement, too.
That's a very bold statement, bro.
Listen, he's not going to shoot as bad as he did the other night. I don't care who's guarding him. Like, he's just not. But the Hawks are still going to lose because they don't have anybody else to rely on. Collins isn't healthy. The Bam just is creating too much disaster for him in the middle. Trae Young can still go off, which he's capable of doing, and they'll still lose, man. The Heat are just too much, too deep. And that's a good thing.
Hey, man.
I'd love to see the Heat get out of this series in 4. I think it'll be 5 just so they can rest. But
they'll sweep. They'll sweep.
Hey, who do you think's going to win that Boston Brooklyn series? Boston beating Brooklyn by 1 point the other day. Cameron?
Could go either way.
Go either way.
Yeah, I was surprised that Boston pulled it out. I was very surprised about it. You broke up, Cameron. Bye, Felicia. All right. I guess he couldn't come back. Alexander, final thought of the day.
Well, this is what you showed us is the best 7 seconds of my life. Watching Tua throw to Tyreek Hill, one of many touchdowns throughout the entire season. I can't wait till we see the AFC Championship game. I'm gonna be screaming from my couch in Texas. When we go to the Super Bowl, and also, I think the Heat are gonna sweep Atlanta. The Heat are too good. They're way too good, man. And all I gotta say is, let's go Mets, let's go Islanders. Even though we're not in the playoffs, the Panthers are.
All right, bye, Felicia, because nobody wants to hear about the Mets or the Islanders and the Mets and your New York sports teams are trash. All of them. The Knicks, the Mets, they're all trash, Alexander. Every last one of them. That's why I cut you off early, because they're all trash. And you need to know that. You know what, though? Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami Fan Morning Show. We are worldwide. We are worldwide. I got Franzi and Richie. I got Germany and Australia. Franzi, final thought of the day, because I'm going to let Richie have final thought of the day today.
Of course. So my final thought is to Wack Jones.
Wack?
Yeah, Wack, I said.
Okay.
Of course, it was just a 4 yards pass, but yeah, maybe it's 4 yards, but you are supposed to throw 37-yard passes to Dolphins players like Xavier Howard, but that doesn't make you a better quarterback.
It doesn't, Wack Jones. You heard it from Germany first. You are whack.
And maybe if Steven wants to show it, I'll send a link of a YouTube short in the private chat if you want to have something to laugh. I'm out. See ya maybe tomorrow or the next days.
Bye, Franzi. Be good, brother. All right. And now the newest member of the family, Richie Rich from Australia in the Down Under. My good friend Richie Rich. Foster's Australian beer. What's up, Rich? Final thought of the day, man.
Hey, final thoughts of the day, Stephen D, is definitely thank you for having me on. Thank you for this channel you have provided for everyone. And also thank you for welcoming me to the family. This is dope. I love it. And I love that clip you're showing of Tua throwing his one of his first passes to the cheetah.
I know.
That was definitely an awesome clip. Definitely for sure. I think right about now, haters are already on that right now, and they'll be posting up their thoughts real quick. So yeah,
I'll play it again just for you.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Magic. It's magic. You know.
Yeah,
okay,
that was right on. Like beautiful. And
right on the money.
Yeah, the season can't come quick enough. That's for sure. Yeah, can't wait for the draft. That'll be very interesting to see. And even the draft can't come that quick enough. But definitely awesome show you've provided, Stephen D. One love for that.
One love, man. I appreciate it, Richie. Thank you for joining. And I will see you in the future right here on the #1 Miami Fan Morning Show.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Richie.
Most definitely.
God, I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it when people come on from all over the world. It's awesome. Hey, man, good first show. Back in the seat today, back in the saddle. I'm not sure if we're going to do a show tonight or not. I got a few things to take care of. I'll have to see how the thing goes, so be on the lookout maybe for a show tonight, maybe not. Don't know. But I will say this. The Miami Dolphins are back, baby. They are back. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Wednesday, hump day. Wildin' Out Wednesday. tomorrow will be a lot of fun. I'll have you guys on tomorrow. That'll be good. And yeah, I think that's about it. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Donate to the channel. Remember, if you donate in increments of 10, we are giving away an autographed Javon Holland 8x11 to anybody who donates $10 or more, or increments of 10 to the show. So 10 is one slot, 20 is two, 30 is three. If you donate on Cash App, which is $MSM Podcast Network, or Cash App, which is MSM Podcast Network 2, I will double your entries into the drawing on Friday afternoon. So donate to the channel. It goes such a long way into helping the channel grow. Share this link. Let people know that we're here. Let people know what you saw today. It was a great show. I had Daniel Oyefusi on. I want to give him a big shout out again, and thank you for coming on. And everybody who came on the panel today, it was a lot of fun. I love you guys. Y'all are the best fans in the world, and be a lot of fun. I will see y'all tomorrow, Wednesday, right here on the #1 Miami Fan Morning Show, Clock Blockers. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Peace.